Alicia is a senior. Brooklyn Granville. Brooklyn is the Gilmer High School Stars drill team sweetheart. She is escorted this evening by Zach Easley. Brooklyn is a senior. Kaylee Dixon. Kaylee is representing the Gilmer High School Buckeye football team. She is escorted this evening by Stone Bates. Kaylee is a senior.
Bargain bin.
Brooklyn Smith. Brooklyn is representing the Gilmer High School Junior Air Force ROTC. She is escorted this evening by Atticus Goff. Brooklyn is a senior. Gabriella Vasquez. Gabriella is representing the Gilmer High School Buckeye Band. She is escorted this evening by Buckeye Band coach Marlon Gutierrez. Gabriella is a senior. Landry Pritchard. Landry is representing the Gilmer Buckeye Theater. She is escorted this evening by theater beau Ethan Tefteller. Landry is a senior. Samantha Wynn. Samantha is representing the FCCLA Club. She is escorted this evening by Ethan Phillips. Samantha is a senior. Jessica Cervantes. Jessica is representing the Gilmer High School Student Council. She is escorted this evening by Tay Webb. Jessica is a senior. Jennifer Mendoza. Jennifer is representing the Gilmer High School National Honor Society. She is escorted this evening by Brendan Webb. Jennifer is a senior. Congratulations once again to the 2022 Gilmer High School Sweethearts. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the 2022 Homecoming Duchesses. Representing the freshman class is Sadie Henson. Sadie is escorted this evening by Dylan Henson. Also representing the freshman class is Bree Jones. Bree is escorted this evening by Noah Fothery. Miss Bree Jones. Also representing the freshman class is Audrey Seymour. Audrey is escorted this evening by Braden Seymour. Miss Audrey Seymour. Representing the sophomore class is Elizabeth Ayala. Elizabeth is escorted this evening by Miguel Ayala. Miss Elizabeth Ayala. Also representing the sophomore class is Natalie Fennell. Natalie is escorted this evening by Alex Gilmer. Miss Natalie Fennell. Also representing the sophomore class is Brooklyn Rash. Brooklyn is escorted this evening by William Groves. Miss Brooklyn Rash. Representing the junior class is Nevaeh Perry. Nevaeh is escorted this evening by Aaron Bell. Miss Nevaeh Perry. Also representing the junior class is Jennifer Sori. Jennifer is escorted this evening by Cameron Brown. Miss Jennifer Sori. Also representing the junior class is Mia Stowe. Mia is escorted this evening by Lucas Cano. Miss Mia Stowe. Representing the senior class is Faith Gilbert. Faith is escorted this evening by Rowan Fluellen. Miss Faith Gilbert. Also representing the senior class is Rainey Howell. Rainey is escorted this evening by Braylon Ward. Miss Rainey Howell. Also representing the senior class is Araceli Ibarra. Araceli is escorted this evening by Dustin Morel. Miss Araceli Ibarra.
Yes. No, I'm gonna do that birthday. I went last night, so I don't have to go. Yeah, it was really good. Fun day. I got back late last night.
It is with great honor that I announce our 2022 Gilmer High School Homecoming Queen,
Oh, really?
Senior
What Sunday?
Miss
I got all the
Araceli
new stuff.
Ibarra.
I printed it all today. Hey, how was last night? Did it go over the side? You know, last time it just read it. Did I hit the screen? Who likes to do that? I was practicing. I think he's tired of us. I think he's tired. I got my notification today for my license information.
Congratulations again to each of these outstanding young ladies. We are asking all participants to exit the field and walk down to the north end of the track by the scoreboard for pictures. Miss Kim Keeling, GHS Homecoming Coordinator, would like to thank Ms. Cole, Mrs. Potter, Mrs. Lane, and Mr. Patrick for all their help with the homecoming activities these past couple of weeks. You are greatly appreciated.
two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzy and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
I like it. What else do you have?
Here's one. It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
Looks like the same car.
Exactly the same. But this one's $120 less per month.
What's the catch?
No catch if you use Credit Union of Texas. Let me show you.
With the Credit Union of Texas Flex Auto Loan, you get the car of your dreams. Lower payments, no hassle. Get started now at cutx.org.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
Gilmer National Bank is your hometown community bank, serving people in East Texas for over a century. We are your neighbors, friends, and partners in making this a great place to live. Our employees make us a special place to do business. We are there for you when you need us. Come by and see us and find out what makes people say, "That's my bank." Gilmer National Bank, an equal opportunity lender and member FDIC.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Godarzy & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Godarzy & Young.
Do you enjoy watching your favorite TV programs on your smartphone or tablet? Or maybe you'd rather watch them on your Roku or Amazon Fire TV. Tired of having to change your TV input from your old traditional cable to watch your favorite streaming apps? If so, we have great news for you. eTex is making the move to streaming and has launched a new app. eTex TV allows you to watch over 130 channels in full HD on your streaming or mobile devices. This means you can simply download the eTex TV app, subscribe, and start watching. With all your favorite functions like DVR and Pause Live TV, and new features like Restart TV. To learn more, visit www.etex.net or contact a customer service rep at 903-797-HELP. That's 903-797-4357.
Texas Heritage National Bank would like to invite the Buckeye Nation to visit our new full-service bank in Gilmer. We're conveniently located on Highway 271 and Rebud Street with a brand new facility ready to serve our friends and neighbors. We offer competitive rates on all of our deposit products, as well as some great options for business financing to help your business grow from 5 employees to 500 employees. Texas Heritage National Bank would also like to take this time to thank all the teachers, administrators, and school board for investing in the future of our kiddos. We'd also like to wish all the student athletes a wonderful and safe year. Come see us soon.
It's gonna be alright. How can you tell? I feel it in my heart. It's
Casey's Burgers, serving you for over 40 years.
To another day. It's gonna be alright.
At First National Bank, together we're better. We're a regional bank, big enough for all of East Texas, that cares and is invested in the people and communities we serve, with the strength and services to meet the needs of every customer, big or small. From business financing for big companies and small mom and pops to our family of personal banking customers. First National Bank of East Texas. Together, we're better. And we think that's kind of a big deal.
Please join Jeff Rash and Alan Metzel each Monday morning for the Gilmer Buckeyes Coaches Show. Every week, Jeff and Alan discuss elements of the program, speak with special guests, give player updates, review key plays from the prior week, and give insights on the opponent for the current week. As a fan, this is your chance to go into the locker room and behind the scenes. To view the Coaches Show, go to GilmerBuckeyes.com and click on the Coaches Show button. Go Buckeyes!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Jeff Traylor Stadium on the campus of Gilmer High School, where it is homecoming 2022. Your Gilmer Buckeyes.
School song presented by the Gilmer Buckeye Band.
Get ready to celebrate homecoming 2022 against the Paris Wildcats. I'm Todd Robinson, your host of the pregame show tonight. The Gilmer Buckeyes come in tonight 2-0 off of two big wins against state-ranked Division I 4A Chapel Hill, and also last week the Kilgore Bulldogs, where the Buckeyes ranked number 2 in the state in Division II. Get ready tonight to continue punching above their weight in terms of their pre-district schedule as the Paris Wildcats come in here another 4. And it is going to be an exciting contest here tonight. The last 10 meetings, historically, these two teams are unevenly matched. The Paris Wildcats are 2 wins, or 8. The last 2 times the Buckeyes have played the Paris Wildcats, Paris has won, and the all-time record is 8-2 for the Paris Wildcats against the Buckeyes. The Buckeyes winning the games in 2004 and 2005. We will go down to the field tonight before the teams enter the field for the national anthem. We'll be right back. And it's homecoming night here in Jeff Traylor Stadium as your Gilmer Buckeyes get ready to face the Paris Wildcats. Once again, the overall series of 10 games is led by the Paris Wildcats. 8 wins and only 2 losses. The last 2 times that these teams have played in 2018-2019, the Wildcats got the better of the Buckeyes. So this is one of the few series as the Gilmer Buckeyes are number 14 in the entire state in terms of overall wins. But against the Paris Wildcats, not much luck. We expect things to be a little bit different tonight as the Wildcats take the field. I'm joined, of course, tonight by the voice of the Buckeyes, Mr. Jeff Rash, as we get ready, Jeff, one more time to celebrate homecoming. And it's a little bit crazy to think that it's already 2022 as the Buckeyes get ready to face off against these Paris Wildcats. So we will see tonight if the Buckeye winning ways can continue as they punch above their weight class and play these big Division I teams. And big is the key word as you look across the way at the white-clad with silver pants Paris Wildcats. Always big, always strong, always physical, always a lot of speed.
Yeah, it literally looks like the Dallas Cowboys showed up.
It does. It does. They are huge, and the Buckeyes very much favored tonight as Paris comes in off of an 0-2 start. They lost to state-ranked Salina. They also lost to Liberty Ilo, which is in our district, 28-0 last week. A very young group of starters that are really kind of getting their feet wet and immersed by fire by leaps and bounds. As the Buckeyes, 2-0, number 2 ranked in the state, enter the field with that black flag that's filling up already real fast with the names of vanquished foes, Jeff. But I tell you what, there are 9 seniors on this entire roster for the Paris Wildcats. That shows you how young they are. They will also most likely start a freshman quarterback tonight. So the Gilmer Buckeyes will try to get this series a little more even. They're 2-8 lifetime against the Paris Wildcats as they will try to come out tonight and continue what they started against Chapel Hill with 7 turnovers plus 7. Last week they were plus 2. So they're 9-1 in terms of turnovers received to turnovers given. One of the keys to the game tonight that Coach Metzel pointed out was to be physical, was to really put it to these young Paris Wildcats and make sure that they really don't want any of this varsity football, and then, of course, take care of the football. So captains tonight for the Buckeyes tonight is number 77, Braylon Seymour. Number 19 for the Buckeyes is Chris Guillen. Number 9 for the Buckeyes is, of course, that is the All-Stater Ashton Haynes, who missed last week. The Tomahawk, Will Henderson, filled in remarkably well for him last week, but Ash is back tonight in uniform. And number 54, Javarian Martin. Seniors for the captains tonight for the Buckeyes as we watch the referee gather at midfield to flip the coin. Last week, Jeff, the Buckeyes won the toss and took the ball. They also did the same thing against Chapel Hill. Let's see if Coach Metzel takes if it ain't broke, don't fix it, or if he really leans on that defense. There's the flip. It looks like the Buckeyes did win the toss. And we will swing it around. The Buckeyes will kick from the north end zone. Paris has won the toss and will receive. So it'll be the black flag to start things off here, Jeff, tonight. Homecoming 2022. And the defense will start things out. So, Jeff, what do you really expect to see tonight after a 2-0 start for these Gilmer Buckeyes? Obviously, lots of room to improve. That is always the case in pre-district schedule. These games really don't mean anything. But what is it that we want to see tonight out of these Buckeyes?
Well, I'd like to see no injuries out of the game for one thing, Todd. You want to come out of a game like this, it doesn't really matter. Everybody healthy. I think you're going to see a lot of the second and third string for the Buckeyes play tonight. Now, you know, anything can happen on a football field. We've seen some crazy things happen on both sides of the ball. So you play the game, but they're anticipating, you know, the way this matchup is lining up, it should be a homecoming victory for the Buckeyes. We'll just put it that way. So, but again, big physical football team here in the Paris Wildcats. They are young. They are playing a freshman quarterback. That doesn't, you know, this is a big stage for a 15-year-old kid, and so they do have a very talented running back. We understand, but I would anticipate a Gilmer victory tonight. Here's the kickoff. It is a high pooch kick, going to be fielded on the 26-yard line. 1 missed tackle there, 2 missed tackles, about 3 missed tackles by the Buckeyes. As that young man spins around, Will Henderson, I believe, was the first guy there, had him dead to right, just missed the tackle. So Paris is going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. Good field position.
Very
and
good.
we'll get that very impressive black flag defense on the field.
Very good start there for Paris from their own 34-yard line, 1st and 10. Let's see if they try to keep it on the ground and try to kind of play keep away from the Buckeyes, run some clock. That is a very young group now that the starters jog out, especially the skill positions, Jeff. They don't look nearly so big so far on offense.
All right, so here's the first snap of the game. It's a quick handoff. Buckeyes sniff it out instantly, and they're going to drop him for a loss for the first play from scrimmage.
Well, Braylon Ward tackled everything,
Yeah.
including Amaro Rona, who is the linebacker,
Yeah.
who is on the outside there, and literally
Kendall Jackson was at the bottom of the pile. He had to-
KJ got tackled by Braden. Anything resembling a ball carrier, Braylon Ward tackled from his nose guard position. He is dominant force, and boy, unlike last week with those big offensive linemen from Kilgore, he ate that up.
All right, tight package here for the Wildcats. Going to throw a pass. Complete out to the right side. Going to be for some positive yards. They'll be thrown out of bounds after a pretty big gain there. Looks like a gain of about 7 yards. Going to leave them 3 yards short. It's going to bring up 3rd down for the Buckeyes.
Jadarian Henderson, number 14, is the quarterback for the Paris Wildcats, and he's got them in 3rd and 2 now. That's 3rd and manageable. Normally, Jeff, they run a wing T formation. In other words, tight packages. They get all up front and try to make a big push. The black flag stood up on 1st down with that run. Let's see if they do the same thing here.
Yeah, they're running a real tight package in here. They're not running anything that looks like a spread. Here's a handoff to the fullback coming around the right side, and they will not. They're going to go negative yards. They lost about 3 yards on that play, so that's going to bring up 4th and about 5, maybe 6, and the punt team for Paris comes on.
Well, 3 and out for the Buckeye black flag, right where they wanted to start. Tarek Tate, number 7, goes back deep for the Buckeyes, and you just kind of pick your poison. Who you put back there? You put the Tomahawk, the speedster Will Henderson. You put Tarek back there, who's got several touchdowns on the year. You know, you put Rowe back there. I mean, it's all bad news for Paris if you're going to punt it to the Buckeyes.
All right, nice punt there by Paris. Hits the ground, and it is going to take a Paris roll to the 11-yard line. Unreturnable there for Tate. He was really, you could tell he was stepping up wanting to get a piece of that. But the Buckeyes, pinned deep on their own 11-yard line. They're going to take over 1st and 10. Here comes the offensive unit led by a sophomore quarterback with a very familiar name.
Big Caden Tennyson getting his 3rd start. He's 2-0 already as a sophomore, taking up where Big Brother left off the last 2 years as the first-team All-State quarterback and candidate for Mr. Texas football. And I tell you one thing for that young sophomore, it's nice to look to your right and see number 9.
2 receivers out wide to the left, 1 to the right, man in motion. Handoff around the right side, got a little room to run. And that is number 15, Webb, on the carry for the Buckeyes. And he picks up some good positive yards, gets out about 7 yards on the carry. That's going to leave him 2nd and 3rd.
Sophomore to sophomore exchange there is something that'll make you look forward to being a Buckeye fan as the big beef package comes in, loading up that right-hand side.
All right, here's the snap. Pitch inside the Webb, breaks 1 tackle, but they get on him in a hurry, and they're going to drop him for a loss of 2 yards, 3 yards actually, depending on where they spot. Well, they're going to give him a little forward. Say his forward progress got out to the 12-yard line, 17-yard line rather, and so that is going to be 3rd and about 4 for the Buckeyes.
Important to pick up these first downs and get a little offensive momentum, Jeff. 3rd and 4, very manageable for the Buckeyes. Just got to execute.
Here's the snap. They're going to go to the air. Pass complete to Tate, and he may take this. Nope. Going to be caught from behind. Almost stripped the ball out of his hands there, but that is a big gain all the way out to the 43-yard line, and that'll be a big 1st down for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, this kind of speed that's coming at them from the Buckeyes, not something necessarily that this Paris Wildcat team is used to seeing. The almost from a dead stop to Eric turned around and almost outran a linebacker who had a 10-yard run at him.
2 receivers wide to the left, 1 to the right, 1 back in the backfield. Tennyson's in the shotgun. And here's the snap. Handoff up the middle. Ashton Haynes. And our power runner is back after missing a game last week. Certainly missed him against Kilgore. And that is a 6-yard gain, bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, let me tell you, on just 10 carries, he had 150 yards against the Chapel Hill Bulldogs on runs a lot like that, where first contact hits about the line of scrimmage, and Ash puts his head down and shows why he's an all-state performer. 7 yards.
All right, they're going to pass. Long pass across the middle, and just a little wide. Rowan Fluellen was the intended receiver there. He dives like Superman, but just can't reel that one in.
Boy, Rowe is so wide open there that Caden just let him a bit too much. Even Rowe wasn't fast enough to catch that one. That's going to bring up, once again, 3rd down and about 4 from the 49. This may be 4-down territory, Jeff, for the Buckeyes no matter what.
2 receivers wide to the left, 1 to the right, 1 back. Man in the slot. Here's the snap. Handoff, Ashton Haynes running outside to the left, finding the gap, and he is fighting to get the first down, and he does.
That's just natural ability. As they slanted right to that wide side of the field, to the field side, Ashton just ran around the inside tackle and then put his foot in the ground and got upfield for a first down. 1st and 10 Buckeyes from the Paris 46.
All right, 2 receivers wide left, 2 right, 1 back. Here's the snap. Rolling to his right side, looking downfield. Tennyson decides to keep it, tucks it, and makes a little contact there before he runs out of bounds. He likes to do that.
Let me tell you something.
He's an aggressive runner.
Caden is not Brandon. Brandon likes to run out of bounds, and Caden runs like a little brother. He runs looking to put his headgear in somebody's chest.
He runs like he's got a chip on his shoulder, doesn't he?
He absolutely
Which
does.
I really like. I enjoy that. 2 receivers left, 1 right, 1 back in the backfield. It's Haynes. Here's the snap. Handoff up the middle. Haynes, big hole. Down the middle he goes. 1 man to beat. Drug down on the 15-yard line. Big first down. Buckeyes eating clock and getting down here close to the end zone, inside the red zone.
Well, there's a big dose of thunder for the Paris Wildcats with Ashton Haynes, and here comes the Lightning. Number 22, the Tomahawk, the fastest 16-year-old that we know. Will Henderson comes in at the slot. Empty formation here. All 5 wide. Let's see if Caden goes to the air here.
All right, here's the snap. Going to the air, they're throwing a screen. Set it up perfectly. Complete to number 20. And that is Castillo.
A nice play for
Elias
Castillo. And there's a senior there that could possibly get a touchdown. He had his look. He's in as a backup wide receiver.
Yeah, he got really close.
He did.
That would have been his first touchdown for the season. I was hoping he'd get in there. Here's the snap. Handoff up the middle to number 22. And that's going to be a touchdown, Buckeyes, courtesy of the fastest man on the field, Will Henderson.
6:42 left in the first quarter. The Buckeyes come out, kick it away to Paris, go 3 and out, take the punt, and drive literally 89 yards down the field to pay dirt. And that was a good-looking drive, Jeff.
Yeah, that was a nice drive, well executed. And here comes the extra point attempt. And they made that one look easy. There's a clean snap, and look at here, they yelled fire. And I'm not sure if that was that was a called play, I think, but they got in the backfield and drug him down before he had a chance. So that is going to be 6 for the Buckeyes with 6:42. They ate up half the first quarter on that drive.
Yeah, everybody that predicted a really big score in this game, Jeff, I'm not sure there's going to be enough time to score a lot of those points. But the Buckeyes, nevertheless, take the opening drive, draw first blood, 6-0. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
2-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzy and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
Okay, we're back to Jeff Traylor Stadium where the Buckeyes just scored the first 6 points of the game. And yelled fire, went for 2, didn't get it. With 6:42 left to play in the first quarter, they'll be kicking off to the Paris Wildcats.
Little deja vu, Jeff. Second kickoff of the night. That's always good if you're a Buckeye fan.
High pooch kick, a little further down the field this time, fielded on the 23-yard line. And they're going to get him, knock him out of bounds instantly. Looks like that was number
15 Brendan Webb. Young sophomore getting lots of action tonight, and a really, really good kick by Jose Gavilla, our senior kicker. And boy, he's done a fantastic job. He's waited his turn, Jeff, but as a senior, had lots of action last year, but this year he's kind of Mr. Automatic, extra points, field goals. He has been wonderful. So on that drive, Jeff, as we look at things and how that stacked up with the last scoring drive, 6 rushes for 19 yards, 4 passes, 3 out of 4 for 59 yards. Not a bad start, as the only pass that Caden missed was to a wide open Rofluel in the middle of the field. Otherwise, he'd be perfect on the night. And here come the Wildcats for their second drive.
All right, they're going to turn around and hand off to the fullback again, and they instantly knock him down. And I believe we've got a face mask, if I saw correctly.
I think you're right. That was KJ, I think, that just got in there with a face mask.
Yeah, they're just reaching there grabbing stuff. It was unintentional, but nonetheless, they're going to mark that off 15 yards against the Buckeyes, and that'll be a first down. And that was just inadvertent.
Yeah, that's nothing that you can get upset about, is everybody's just reaching to try to grab something to tackle. And it just happens to be a face mask. I think that was against Connor Dunn, the senior linebacker, or excuse me, defensive tackle. But really, another shut down the run of this wing T offense. These Buckeyes front 5 is just doing a number on Paris right now.
Fumble on the play. And Buckeyes are saying they got it. We'll see what the referees say.
They're saying wind the clock. So
Yeah,
Paris
that
got
means
back
Paris
on
has
it.
got it.
But more importantly, Jeff, no gain. So 2nd and 10, once again behind the chains with the young quarterback. Not where these Paris Wildcats want to be. They catch a break with the Buckeye face mask and pick up their first down of the night. But they didn't go anywhere in that first down. 5:54 left to play here in the first quarter. 6-0 Buckeyes. Black flag after shutting the Paris down on a first 3 and out of the game into their second series, and they're playing really well right now, Jeff.
Yeah, this young Paris team, again, I think you said 9 seniors maybe. Very young team, freshman quarterback. These guys, they're going to probably get good over the next few years, but they're struggling a little bit right now. Rolling to his right side. Almost picked off. That would have been an easy pick 6 right there for number 13, Noble.
Sophomore G-Man, Jeremiah Noble. And I'll tell you what, Jeff, that's one of these sophomores that you look up. Reminds me of Chris Boyd, looking in as he played his freshman year and then his sophomore year kind of blossomed. Jeremiah's got one of those NFL gene pools. Watch out. That's a name you're going to hear a lot from. I'm just glad we got another 2 years and X games on his contract left. These young sophomores are talented for these Buckeyes. 3rd and 10 once again, Jeff.
3rd and 10, and again, top package. Quarterback goes into a shotgun here from Paris. Here's the snap. Quick pass, dodges one would-be tackler and picks up a little positive yardage. Knocked out of bounds there by number 3, Arona. And, of course, Braylon Ward also over there all the way from the nose guard position.
Yeah, number 12, Zach Easley. Oh, my goodness. He flew up from his cornerback position and almost made that play, but he slowed down the receiver enough to get those scraping linebackers out to help. And once again, they're going to turn this over. 4th down and 5 from their own 48-yard line. And once again, Eric Tate is back deep for the Buckeyes.
All right, high snap. Punter does a good job pulling it down. Picks up a real good punt. Right into the hands of Tate. Down the left sideline he goes. And he is picking up some big positive yards. Finally run out of bounds somewhere around the 45 or 50-yard line. They're going to say he stepped out around the 42.
Good return. That's a 20-yard field flip, just like you coach it up. It's a short punt, but it bounces, and Eric stays aggressive and goes and gets that ball on the run, and boy, it looks like he shot out of a cannon once he gets rolling. Only the punter was there to save the touchdown for the Paris Wildcats. Nevertheless, 1st and 10 for this white-hot Buckeye offense. Back on the field with 5:05 left in the first quarter, looking to pad this 6-0 lead.
All right, here's the snap. Fake the handoff to Haynes. Straight down the middle, picked off. Right through the hands of number 17, Rowan Fluellen, and into the hands of the safety. So Paris picks up a interception, and will get the ball right back nearly where they had it.
Huge break. Caden just overstrided a little bit and overthrew that, and Rowe went up to try to catch it. and he tipped it, and I mean redirected it exactly into the hands of the safety who was back there about 6 yards behind him. And that's just what they say in the NFL. Tip ball is a pick ball, and that one certainly was. As the tip drill pays off, and really Paris picks it up right where they left off. That was a first down for Paris, is all it was. 1st and 10 now from their own 44. Let's see if this black flag for the 3rd time tonight can stand up and just shut down this Paris offense.
All right, here we come. Top package from Paris. Handoff around the left side, and he is going to be dropped for a big loss by number 3, Amara Arona, from that outside linebacker position. And they are going to drop him. That literally is a 6, 7, 8 yard draw.
That's just such a great football play by Amara Arona. Stringing that out, but more importantly, every bit of ground that the running back tries to give on that jet sweep, Amara just uses it to his advantage and turns this in. That's probably 2nd and 20 now. Back in Paris, all the way up inside their own 40-yard line. That's just a great play by the outside linebacker.
All right, here we go. Top package, 1 wide out. Fumble on the play, and their back is able to pick it up, but he'll be instantly tackled. I think he might have fumbled again, and the Buckeyes came up with it. They're going to call him down. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 18.
So only the 2nd turnover of the year for the Buckeyes on that pass tip interception from Caden Tennyson. There's now 3 out of 4 for, about 65 yards, but an interception. But 3rd and long with 3:46 left to play in the 1st quarter. Jeff, I think right here you see whatever's in the playbook for Paris to go up top. Number 21 for the Buckeyes is the cornerback man-to-man on the outside to the top of your screen. Let's see if they go to him.
Now they actually keep the ball on the ground, which tells you a little bit about the choices they have on offense right now. They get maybe a yard on the carry, and it's going to be 4th and we'll call it 16. But it just shows you the limit that they have with the age and experience that they have in this particular offense. Plus, this particular offense, you see some teams run it really well. Pleasant Grove,
Liberty Hill
executes it extremely well. Liberty Hill. But to me, it's a very limiting offense. If you're not running it and running it fast and executing it well, it's a hard offense. It's got a few main plays there, and that is the first bad punt. No, it takes a pretty good little bounce there, but all the way down, won't get a return out of that one, but it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes on their own 29-yard line.
Well, no such thing as a good turnover, Jeff, but you just miss by inches a wide open Ro Fluellen. We know how dangerous he is with those rack yards run after catch. As Caden just misses him, turns into a turnover. About 3 minutes off the clock, but nobody hurt. Buckeyes right back where they started, 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line. 2:45 left to play in the first quarter.
We're almost done with the first quarter. Only 6 points. Handoff up the middle, number 9, Haynes. And he gets about 6 yards on the carry. When both teams are kind of keeping the ball on the ground, the clock keeps running.
It's going to go fast.
This goes real fast. Last week, we saw 3 quarters where the last 2 minutes of the quarters felt like 20 minutes to execute. Very exciting, last minutes of each quarter. And this one has been the opposite so far. The clock's just continued to run. And so not very many points yet. I feel like that'll change at some point. In the backfield alone, Tennyson. 3 receivers right, 2 left. Here's the snap. Quarterback draw. Up the middle, Tennyson bounces out to the left side. And he will pick up the first down plus about 3. So Buckeyes going to move the chains. 1st and 10.
Nice call by Coach Metzel and Coach Lipsy upstairs that making those adjustments. Of course, it's such a wealth of riches from a coaching standpoint when you got a guy like Stump Godfrey who ran this offense so well up there calling those plays, and Coach Lipsy really leaning on this offensive line. And Jeff, you can't say enough good things about Coach Griffiths and what they've done. This offensive line has been big this year.
Handoff, reverse to number 17, Ro Fluellen. Coming around the left side, and Rowan gets out close to the first down marker. Not sure if he got it. Looks like I can't see where they're going to spot it. 2 yards shy.
We've got whistles everywhere. We've got an official down.
Now that's something I've not seen. I'm not sure what happened there, because he was way back.
I think he twisted his knee just trying to get out of the way. 1:46 left to play in the first quarter. 6-0 Buckeyes driving at midfield. We'll be right back after this.
It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
I like it. What else do you have?
Here's one. It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
Looks like the same car.
Exactly the same. But this one's $120 less per month.
What's the catch?
No catch if you use Credit Union of Texas. Let me show you.
With the Credit Union of Texas Flex Auto Loan, you get the car of your dreams, lower payments, no hassle. Get started now at cutx.org.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
All right, we're back to Jeff Traylor Stadium, and that referee is being attended to on the sideline. He got up limping. I think he hurt his knee or his ankle or something, but he's getting some medical attention over on the sideline. But he did get up and walk off on his own, so he looks like he's going to be okay. So we're happy about that. 2 receivers wide to the right, 1 to the left, 1 back. It's Haynes. Here's the snap, fakes the handoff, looking downfield, decides to tuck it. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds shy of the first down. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Interesting that you see Caden get these opportunities to grow as it's covered downfield. He's smart enough, Jake, to really not eat the ball, but find the green grass that's in front of him and go pick up positive yards to keep the Buckeyes close. 3rd and 2. Obviously 4-down territory here for the Buckeyes as well.
All right, here's the snap. Handoff up the middle. Haynes, and Paris does a heck of a good job getting on him quick and stopping him, maybe shy of the first down. It's going to be really close to the first down marker, but they may have stopped him. And it'll be interesting to see here. I guess the Buckeyes will go for it.
In comes the beef package.
4th and 1.
Number 44, Braylon Ward.
He's coming in kind of a tight end position, and then right behind him you got Bell.
Yeah, big sexy number
That's
0.
about 500 pounds, literally. No more than 500 pounds of humanity on the right side. If I'm the tackle on that side, I am worried. And look at that, what it did. Bouncing out to the right side, out in open field, down the sideline, and finally forced out of bounds around the 14. They're going to say he stepped out around the 20, but I don't think he did.
I've said it so many.
But that worked quite well.
Yeah, I've said it so many times. Ashton Haynes is just showing why he is an All-State performer, 2-time All-State, second team as a sophomore and with the Texas Newcomer of the Year. Right there, he just shows his great feet, great balance, and broke 3 tackles on a way to about a 35-yard gain. 1st and 10 Buckeyes knocking on the door of the red zone.
I'm going to give most of that credit to Ward and Bell, though. When you line up 550 pounds of humanity on the right behind one another, and can you imagine being that defensive end, looking up and going, what?
Eat grass and make a pile. That's your only strategy.
That's
is
exactly
get down
right.
and get out of the way.
Try to trip somebody with your body, yeah.
Illegal motion against the Buckeyes backs them up 5 to the 25. 1st and 15 now as the Buckeyes get a little bit behind the chains. Let's see if the Buckeyes go to the air here to try to rectify that situation.
All right, 55 seconds left in the quarter. Handoff again to Haynes up the middle. And Paris does a good job of stopping him after a gain of only 3. 2nd and 12.
Picks up a few yards as we have a big full moon. Cresting over here, Jeff Traylor Stadium. It is getting to be fall. Luckily, the heat leaving us as quickly as this first quarter, Jeff. 33 seconds left. 6-0 Buckeyes lead. 2nd and 12 from the Paris 22-yard line.
All right, here's the snap. Handoff. Number 22, Will Henderson around the left side. Look at him get in behind his block there. What a great job he does to literally grab the shirt of Ashton Haynes and follow his blocks upfield. He picks up about 9 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 4.
That'll be the last play of the first quarter. Buckeyes lead 6-0. We'll be right back here from the red zone 3rd down and 4 for the Buckeyes from the Paris 15. We'll be right back after the
Gilmer National Bank is your hometown community bank, serving people in East Texas for over a century. We are your neighbors, friends, and partners in making this a great place to live. Our employees make us a special place to do business. We are there for you when you need us. Come by and see us and find out what makes people say, "That's my bank." Gilmer National Bank, an equal opportunity lender and member FDIC.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
When trash.
Okay, we're back to the second quarter now. Buckeyes lead 6-0. A lot of running. If you're wondering why the score is only 6-0, both teams have kept the ball on the ground most of the first quarter, so that keeps the clock running. It makes the quarters go by fast. And so you're going to see probably a lot of that in tonight's game.
Well,
Two receivers, wide to the right, one to the left.
It's like we're going to continue minus the side judge here, Jeff, as the umpire has actually replaced the side judge. So there's one less black and white striped shirt on the field, 3rd down and 4.
All right, here's the snap. Fakes the handoff. Number 17 across the middle, touchdown Buckeyes.
Wow.
Rowan Fluellen, and again, kind of high. Rowan had to go up high for that one. But
that is just a throw it somewhere close, Caden, and let me go do what I go do. That's Ro Fluellen being Ro Fluellen, the CCU commit, making a phenomenal catch on a slant. He reaches behind him and literally gets up in the air about 3 feet and snags that ball with 2 hands. That's one that you're going to be seeing on the practice film for the next 10 years for the guys in orange and black.
all right, here's the snap. Kick is up, and it is good. So Gilmer now leads 13-0 with 11:55 in the second. We'll be right back.
Strikes. You don't want to be in a position where you're second guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Godarzi & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Godarzi & Young.
All right, we're back here in Jeff Traylor Stadium where the moon is rising and the Buckeyes are winning. It's 13-0 with 11:55 left in the second quarter, and we just had a 15-yard penalty assessed against the defense on the extra point attempt. They called it leaping, and they're going to assess 15 yards on the kickoff, which means that we won't be kicking off from our 40. We'll be kicking off from their 45.
So you want to hear something humbling, Jeff? I've never received a penalty in my life for anything closely resembling leaping.
No.
It's never happened to me.
No, and it never would.
If that would have been called, Coach Jackson would have gone to the referee and said, that's impossible.
That's impossible. Bad call, ref.
Well, as you say, Jeff, we'll
Yeah, he's like, yeah, Coach, you were in the restroom. You didn't see it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I just know.
Happen. You either got the wrong number or that's the wrong call.
Well, that'll be interesting to see here if the Buckeyes decide to maybe take advantage of this extra 15 yards and practice their onside kick. They don't have a Rona in, and he does some of the onside kicking duties, but they may just do a high pooch kick. But it wouldn't surprise me to see an onside kick right here, given the 15-yard penalty assessed. So let's see what they're going to do an onside kick, and Paris Wildcats are going to pick it up.
Good job defending by number 24 there for the Paris Wildcats. Give credit where credit's due. Not only, Jeff, does he do a good job, and it shows that Mr. Gray there, the running back and linebacker, Mr. Thakirian Gray, does a good job. He attacks that ball and comes up and grabs it when it's only gone 8 yards which means that you eliminate the chance for the Buckeyes to even touch the ball. That's just well coached there by Paris. Gives them really good field position, given a 15-yard penalty, Jeff. 1st and 10 from their own 37. They're down in a 13-0 hole. To stay in this one, Jeff, they got to figure out a way to score on this possession.
All right, here's the snap, handoff to the first man through, and he is just going to be thrown down like a child by number 44, Braylon Ward. He picks him up and takes him back 3 or 4 yards and dumps him. But he did pick up 2 yards with his forward momentum, so that'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, he ran 2 yards before anybody touched him. Unfortunately, the first person to touch him was wearing number 44. Literally lifts him off the ground, and suddenly all that pedaling that you're doing with your feet just stops, and he goes backwards. 2nd and 8 as Braylon Ward is kind of a men among boys down there on the defensive line.
All right, so here comes, this time from the shotgun, here's the snap. Handoff around the right side. Back comes upfield, and he's going to be tackled by Seth Jordan along with number 19, assist. Seth was the first one there, but number 19, Chris Gillen, got in there with him. 2 seniors.
Yeah,
so,
Paris in familiar territory with 3rd down and 8 now once again. Hard to run clock and kind of keep yourself in the ball game when you're averaging about 0.4 yards per carry, which is where Paris is right about now. Had it not been for penalties for the Buckeyes, Paris really would have almost 0 offensive yards on their 4th drive coming up here.
All right, here's the snap. They tried a little trap play, didn't work. Fumble, Buckeyes are going to get it on the 25-yard line. And that was just a broken play. Buckeyes were all over that in the backfield. And they fumbled it. Buckeyes were fortunate enough to fall on it with great field position. 1st and 10 from the Paris 25-yard line.
Well, there's your turnover back. But I tell you what, senior Seth Jordan literally ate that up. The quarterback missed a handoff, turned around, and all of a sudden, number 5, Seth hit him in the mouth. The ball went one way, the quarterback went the other. And number 19 for the Buckeyes, as you said, making a great play, Chris Guillen, dives in over a man and picks the ball up. 1st and 10 Buckeyes from the 25.
All right, here's the snap. Dropping back, looking to pass. They were trying to set up a screen, and it fell apart. And ball's on the ground again. Not sure if they're going to call him down or what, but it looks like there was a fumble. Their Buckeyes recovered, but he just was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so that'll be a wasted play. 2nd and 10.
Now, Caden does a good job there recognizing it's an all-out blitz, puts his foot in the ground, and heads upfield and prevents a negative play. So instead of 2nd and 14 or even worse, it's 2nd and 10 with that heads-up play. But young Caden's going to learn how to handle those situations and seeing those blitzes coming before they happen and hitting his hot route. 2nd and 10 now for the Buckeyes.
Motion by Webb. Handoff up the middle, number 9. Big hole. And he finds it easily and drags half of the Wildcat team. Still going. Down to the 5, the 4. I mean, Ashton just driving his legs, refusing to go down. And that big scrum down there with those offensive linemen.
He was wearing literally the entire defensive line of Paris, and it was still moving towards the goal line. Ashton is just so unbelievably strong.
Well, he had several big old offensive linemen in there with him.
Pushing.
Yeah, they were winning the scrum battle, I'm going to tell you. Here's the snap, handoff to Ashton around the left side. Cuts upfield, finds a hole perfectly for the touchdown for the Buckeyes.
Ashton makes that look easy. And I tell you what, Jeff, such a great kid. And you can say that about so many of these Buckeye seniors. Just unbelievable character guys. I mean, that literally the kind of guy that you want your daughter to date and what you want your young men to hang around with is the senior captain, Ashton Haynes, showing why he's an all-state performer. And he is kind of the man that makes this Buckeye offense really go. Of course, against Chapel Hill, 3 touchdowns, 150 yards on only 10 carries. Extra point is up and good. Buckeyes lead 20-0 now with 9:13 left behind the legs of Ashton Haynes. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Do you enjoy watching your favorite TV programs on your smartphone or tablet? Or maybe you'd rather watch them on your Roku or Amazon Fire TV. Tired of having to change your TV input from your old traditional cable to watch your favorite streaming apps? If so, we have great news for you. eTex is making the move to streaming and has launched a new app. eTex TV allows you to watch over 130 channels in full HD. on your streaming or mobile devices. This means you can simply download the eText TV app, subscribe, and start watching. With all your favorite functions like DVR and Pause Live TV, and new features like Restart TV. To learn more, visit www.etext.net or contact a customer service rep at 903-797-HELP. That's 903-797-4357.
All right, we're back for the kickoff after the Buckeyes score. And it is going to be a high pooch kick to the left side, fielded on the 22-yard line. And Buckeyes do a good job getting the tackle there out around the 31-yard line.
That's number 13 on the tackle, and a really good tackle for the Buckeyes. Of course, that's Jeremiah Noble, young sophomore. He's filling out too, Jeff. He's spent some time in the weight room. I'm telling you, remember that name, folks. The G-Man, Jeremiah Noble. He is just like a Chris Boyd starter kit. Chris Boyd going on his 5th year in the National Football League with the Minnesota Vikings. And we want to shout out to him tonight. I know that he's listening, as he always does, taking care of his little brothers, and we appreciate all those former Buckeyes that not only tune in and listen, but also contribute. As the Paris Wildcats line up in tight formation and try it again, Jeff.
All right, under center, fumble again. They're able to recover. That's going to be a loss of a yard or two, and that'll bring up 2nd and 11.
The Paris center, number 51, is kind of seeing ghosts, and that ghost is wearing number 44. As Braylon Ward from his nose guard position normally is there. This possession, number 50, is taking him in. That's Cameron Brown that's in at the nose guard position, dropping that one for a loss of 1. It is 2nd and 11, Paris going backwards.
All right, here's the snap. Trap play, left side, and
Goodness
what
gracious.
a great job by Romero Arona.
So don't you think that I'm not staying home?
Boy, he did stay home too. He did not get sucked up for that. You can see he's been watching some film this week.
He had that one pegged and dropped it for another 3-yard loss. 3rd and 14 now for Paris. 8:19 left remaining, and the problem for Paris is the clock's not running anywhere near as quick enough. As that little trap play looked like it had promise, and number 3, Amara Arona, just slammed the door. 3rd down and 14 now for Paris.
All right, Paris is going to go to the shotgun formation. Rolls to his right side, looking to pass, and he's got a little out route. Nice catch there, gain of about 8 yards. Going to be shy of the first down, of course. So that is going to bring up 4th and 6, 4th and 5.
Yeah, Michael Colbert from this outside linebacker position, number 2, Kendall Jackson, had that bracketed, and that's okay. I'll give you 8 when you still got 13 left to pick up, and once again, Paris will punt to number 7, who looks like Tarek Tate, the dangerous return man. He's got a return for a touchdown already in the first game of the year against Chapel Hill, is in tonight to return his 4th punt. Most of these punts have hit short, Jeff. Let's see if Tarek doesn't come up on this one as they're trying to get one more man onto the field for Paris, but they're not going to make it. That is 2 seconds, and that is a. Well, that's
I think they're
going
to let them go. They're trying to have a little mercy in this game, and that ball just falls dead. Tate just looking to pick it up. He wants to get some returns, so the Buckeyes are going to take over in pretty good field position. 1st and 10 from their own 27.
So 3 out of 4 for the Buckeyes tonight on drives. They've scored 3 touchdowns on the 1 interception on the tip from number 17, Ro Fluellen, back to the safety number 3 for the Paris Wildcats for the 1 turnover. Otherwise, the Buckeyes have been pretty much deadly on offense, Jeff. Doing it on the ground, doing it in the air, and putting 3 really good-looking drives together. That 1 interception was really kind of a tip, and he was wide open. Let's see here what the Buckeyes do on this drive. Starting from their own 27.
All right, Buckeyes send 2 receivers wide to the right, 1 to the left. 1 back in the backfield, quarterback's in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Quick pass out to number 17. Complete. Good for about 9 yards before finally being knocked out of bounds. He maybe even got a first down on that one. Looks like they're going to potentially move the chains of that. Yep, first down.
Jeff, we want to send a special shout out all the way to Japan. Sitting up on Saturday morning listening to the Buckeyes kind of roll away with this one. General Neil Metzel, we want to tell you, this one's safe, Jeff. I think Neil can go to bed
He
now.
can go to bed. Also want to say hi to Mr. Morris, who listens every Friday night.
My second dad, Mr. Rex. Glad to have you listening.
All right, here's the snap. Handoff up the middle. Number 22, Will Henderson. Bounces out to the right side. Gain of about 13 and another Buckeye first down.
Is it me or is he just moving faster than everybody, Jeff?
Yeah, he does.
Just to give you an idea, folks, there is a guy that plays in the NFL named Tyreek Hill that is supposed to be the fastest man. His senior year in high school in Alabama, he ran a 10.4 100 meters. Number 22 ran a 10.38 between his sophomore and junior year. That tells you how fast really is.
Handoff up the middle. Once again, Will Henderson. Will dives forward for a gain of about 8 yards.
I love the nickname, Jeff, the Tomahawk. That's Will Henderson.
His middle name.
Yeah, it's just a great name. I mean,
Actually,
kudos to the parents. Actually,
6 yards.
You called your shot with that one.
The Tomahawk. Will Tomahawk. That's awesome. 2nd and 4, actually. His knee hit the ground a little earlier than the rest of him did. Here's the snap. Looking downfield, they're launching a bomb. Overthrown.
Oh, my goodness.
Just a tad. And that ball was intended, it was a fly route intended for
Hamilton.
Number 10, Hamilton.
And that was a perfectly thrown pass by Caden Tennyson. I mean, absolutely perfect. It went right through the outstretched arms of Hamilton, who probably over that 40 yards is just maybe a half step slower than Tarek Tate or certainly number 17, but that one's about as dialed in as it gets.
They'll probably run it again, this time to Tate.
Well,
that frustrates Allen when he misses those, and wouldn't surprise me if they ran it again. They're not lined up to do it, but you never know. Handoff up the middle. Will Henderson, he's got people on him instantly, and he's going to pick up maybe a yard. That's going to bring up 4th and a long 2.
Jeff, we did give you the credit on the Coaches Show last week for running 2 back-to-back fly patterns to Tarek Tate. The first one, when you said, yeah, let's run that one again, certainly they did, and Tarek caught it and almost scored on that play. So if you go back and watch the Coaches Show, we gave you offensive coordinator props on calling that play.
Yeah. That's who they want to listen to is me. I'm sure they're listening.
Paris calls a timeout on 4th down and 2 as the Buckeyes obviously prepared to go for it behind big number beef package 44, Braylon Ward, that's in on the right side, and Ashton Haynes into the game. Let's see what happens at 6:19 left in the first half. Buckeyes lead 20-0. We'll be right back.
Texas Heritage National Bank would like to invite the Buckeye Nation to visit our new full-service bank in Gilmer. We're conveniently located on Highway 271 and Rebud Street with a brand new facility ready to serve our friends and neighbors. We offer competitive rates on all of our deposit products, as well as some great options for business financing to help your business grow from 5 employees to 500 employees. Texas Heritage National Bank would also like to take this time to thank all the teachers, administrators, and school board for investing in the future of our kiddos. We'd also like to wish all the student athletes a wonderful and safe year. Come see us soon.
All right, we're back.
Jeff, I want to recognize the offensive and defensive scout team players of the week. Couldn't make this week's practice happen without them. Josiah Amaro on offense and Mr. Shamari Williams on defense. Appreciate those guys and all they do to help get these Buckeyes ready.
4th and 2. Let's see what the Buckeyes are going to do here. It's a snap. Handoff up the middle. Big first down there. Number 9, Ashton Haynes. No problem. All the way out to the 30-yard line. That was about a 10-yard run.
That's about his average, Jeff.
Yeah.
As the Tomahawk comes back in when you need it on 4th down, you put number 9 in and as the Thunder. And now you put the Lightning back in with the Tomahawk, Will Henderson. 1st and 10 Buckeyes from the Paris 30. Under 6 minutes left to play in this first half. 20-0 Buckeyes are looking to add to that lead.
2 receivers right, 2 left. 1 back. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff. Looking to pass. Launches one to a wide open number 4, Cade Bowman. And he just threaded the needle on that pass. I was so proud of Cade right there. He pulled up and waited until he got in the open, pump fake, and then dumped it out there. What a great throw and a good catch by Cade Bowman.
Yeah, great throw by Caden Tennyson, who just maybe was a half count late on that throw. but he still, with his arm strength, got it. And as you said, Caden just held up a little bit and stayed in that seam, took the hit, touchdown Buckeyes on that 30-yard strike from Caden Tennyson on that little seam route.
Well, he knew where he wanted Cade to be when he let go of that ball, and he did a good job waiting. Here's the snap, and the kick is up and good. So we'll be right back, folks. Gilmer leads 27-0 with 5:41 left to play in the first quarter. We'll be right back.
It's gonna be alright. How can you tell? I feel it in my heart. It's gonna be okay.
Juicy's Burgers, serving you for over 40 years.
To another day. It's gonna be alright.
Okay, back to Jeff Traylor Stadium. 5:41 till halftime. 27-0 Buckeyes lead.
Jeff, 5:41 to the Juicy's halftime show. The Gilmer community getting a Juicy's hamburgers coming up, and I'll tell you what, I'm such a fan. I have no idea how I'm going to stay on my diet with the Juicy's in town, but it's a really good problem to have if you're Buckeye fans. We're looking forward to Juicy's. Just hurry up and get that thing built.
All right, high pooch kick down the left sideline. Going to be caught on the 21-yard line, return up the right side. And brought down around the 34-yard line. So Wildcats are going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 34.
Good tackle by Zach Easley, number 12 on that play. And 5:35 left to play in this first half. That's plenty of time for the Buckeyes to stretch out to that magic number of 30. I think we're up to almost 97% of the time. When the Buckeyes scored 30 points over the last 40 years, Jeff, they walk away victorious. Kind of got this one in hand already against these Paris Wildcats. But, Jeff, coming into tonight's contest, the Buckeyes have played Paris 10 times, and they've only won 2 games. They need to get even in this series.
All right, handoff up the middle. Got a little bit of a hole. Nice run there by Paris. Picks up about 5 yards on the carry, 2nd and 5.
That is the absolute most positive play that Paris has run, literally, besides that pass play all night. Certainly on the ground, which is this, wait a minute, we've got a foul here. Face mask against the Buckeyes, so that is going to be the 2nd face mask of the game. And a 15-yard penalty is going to take Paris into Buckeye territory for the first time all night. So Paris catches a break and has a little momentum here, Jeff.
Well, even when it's unintentional, that penalty is there for the safety of the players. I read an article on Fox News just today where they were talking about, back when football was first getting going. I'll finish the story after this play. Man in motion, might have an offsides by Gilmer. They hand off, but there's a flag on the play. Probably going to be offsides. Gilmer, we got a little early. Back when they were inventing the rules of football, back, turn of the century time, and the story was, about one of the guys that invented a lot of the rules that we still play by today. They really got strict because 37 college players died in a 2-year span.
Unbelievable.
37 kids, which is just unthinkable today. Yeah. But that's the reason, the equipment advancements, the rules, those kind of things. So face mask, one of the most dangerous things you can do, jerking somebody around by their head. And so they take that one real serious, whether it's intentional or not. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty assessed against the Buckeyes, so 1st and 5. Quarterback's going to go under center. Here's the snap. He's going to be a bootleg around the right side, and he's going to run out of bounds around the 40. Maybe picked up a yard, depending on how they spotted it.
And, Jeff, he's going to be right where he ran a long way for no gain on that one.
Yeah, they didn't even give him a yard. I really thought they'd give him at least a yard on that. He basically bootlegged and ran right out of bounds at the line of scrimmage. So they haven't flipped the chart yet, but it should be 2nd and 5. They haven't flipped the marker.
And it's absolutely 2nd down, not 3rd down as they just changed it.
Yeah, they put it on 3rd. It's 2nd. Handoff up the middle. Nice run there by the fullback, straight up the gut. and he picks up the first down.
Yeah, rarity is Paris has got a drive going down with their deepest penetration of the night down to the Buckeye 34-yard line, 4:35 and counting. Of course, they huddle here with this wing T, literally 3 yards off the ball. So, I mean, it's almost like Braylon Ward is standing in the Paris huddle as they try to get to the line of scrimmage quickly. But as you say, Jeff, we'll see Pleasant Grove here in a few weeks. They run it a little bit quicker and more sharp than we see here in Paris.
Trap play around the left side, and look at, oh my gosh, Braylon Ward. He's got a penalty over that one. I don't know if they're going to call that on Braylon or what, but Braylon just picks this guy up, slings him around like a rag doll, and throws him down. Then here comes the flag, so I don't know if they're going to, I don't know what they're going to call there. It's going to be interesting to see. But Braylon just showing his brute strength.
Yeah, he's saying that you tackled him too hard.
Yeah.
Illegal pickup.
Personal foul. They call that
unnecessary roughness. Now, I disagree with that.
You tackled him too hard?
I disagree with that.
Really? You tackled him too hard.
I get what they're saying. I'm the one just talking about rules. But that was kind of a...
Hey, it's not volleyball, Jeff.
No,
it's football.
No,
when
this
you've
is
got
a
the
gladiator
ball,
sport, and that was a clean tackle.
That was a clean tackle. If now, had Braylon tried to spike him in the ground, that would have been a different thing, which he absolutely could have done. But he slung him to the ground.
No, that was weak. That was a weak call. Handoff up the middle, and that's going to be good for maybe a yard. Kind of fires up the defense a little bit. They know that was a gimme.
Well, as one of the keys to the game that Coach Metzel during the pregame, I was in there to listen to Stump Godfrey give his, as the chaplain of this team, give his message. It was powerful. I wish we would record all these, and because it's good stuff. But one of the keys to the game was to be physical as a team, and Braylon Ward took that to heart, and I can't fault him for that last penalty, Jeff.
All right, quarterback goes under center, hands off to the fullback. Look at this. He breaks one almost to the house. Gets all the way down to the 3-yard line, and it's going to be 1st and goal from the 3. He loses a shoe. He'll have to come out of the game. And they're going to spot it on the 5, so it'll be 1st and goal from the 5. Now, we've seen the Buckeyes with some really good teams bow their necks and stop 4 plays from inside the 5. So this will be interesting.
And Jeff, if they do that, we'll probably eat the rest of this first half. There's 3 minutes left to play in this first half. 27-0 the lead right now.
Okay, handoff up the gut. He gets out to about the 3, so that's going to be a gain of 2.
Tyson Wilson on that tackle. First man to the ball from his safety position on that little power pitch play. Will take us down under right at 2 minutes. It's now 2nd and goal from the 3.
Yeah, this just becomes a strength battle because you know they're going to be going up the gut. And so it becomes really hard for an offense here because there's no surprises. Everybody knows where this one's going. This is a fullback right here. They actually do make a surprise and try to throw it to the corner of the end zone. Made a liar out of me.
Stop the clock as Hamilton breaks that one up. He's man-to-man out there in the corner, but that was no contest. It's his physical ability to get up there and knock that ball down. But, Jeff, that stops the clock.
Well, it was a good call by their coach because exactly what we were saying. Everybody in the world knows or anticipates that you're coming right up the gut, so everybody's standing there waiting on you. And so to throw it to the corner of the end zone and take a shot at it, I don't blame him. I think that was a great call.
Yeah, obviously 4-down territory. He's going to try to get this in the end zone no matter what.
3rd and goal from the 3. Pitch back, and they stop him at the 3. So he gets back to basically the line of scrimmage. Now it's going to be 4th and goal from the 3. He might have gained a foot.
We'll see if Paris has a kicker, but they're not sending anybody on the field, Jeff. They're going to try to get this one. As brings up interesting play here, all 3 timeouts for the Buckeyes that you expect them to really say, okay, we're going to run the clock, but you've got an opportunity here to call timeout, and if you stop them here, you've got your young sophomore that's got 97 yards to go. I think Paris will take this all the way down and call a timeout here. 13 seconds left on the play clock. They'll milk this all the way down, call a timeout, and then they'll make a decision here, Jeff. 5 seconds on the play clock, 129 on the
yeah, they don't want to give the Buckeyes the ball back with any time whatsoever. So they take a timeout. We're going to do the same. We'll be right back.
At First National Bank, together we're better. We're a regional bank, big enough for all of East Texas, that cares and is invested in the people and communities we serve, with the strength and services to meet the needs of every customer, big or small. From business financing for big companies and small mom and pops to our family of personal banking customers. First National Bank of East Texas. Together, we're better. And we think that's kind of a big deal.
Back to the action here, Jeff. Todd Robinson with Jeff Rash. The voice of the Buckeyes is the Buckeyes in homecoming 2022, commanding 27-0 lead with 1:25 left, and the Paris Wildcats have the ball. And the best opportunity they've had to score all night, 4th down and goal from the 3. They're going to go for it here, Jeff. Time for the black flag to slam the door, give the offense a little time. Let's see if they can come up with another patented black flag goal line stand here. It's the Paris Wildcats huddle very close to the line of scrimmage.
All right, here we go. They got one more shot at it. It is 4th and goal on the 2. They run a sweep. Number 26 will be stopped on the 2. So the Buckeyes do stop them from the 5-yard line. They had 4 attempts, and the Buckeyes will turn over on downs. 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. So they got 98 yards and 1 minute and 20 seconds. I say they can do it.
And all 3 timeouts.
Seth
Jordan.
I don't think they'll need it.
Seth Jordan absolutely stopping that cold. Does a fantastic job whipping the man in front of him and going and tackling the ball. And despite some real hustle plays with some really kind of ticky-tack calls, the Buckeyes stand up and slam the door.
Let's use Ashton to get out of the end zone here, and then we'll throw a fly down the middle. So Ashton gets out past the 5 to the 6 or 7, maybe even 8-yard line. And so now we got a little breathing room. We can start throwing the ball around the yard.
Clock still running now, down under a minute as the Buckeyes hustle to the line of scrimmage. They do not take their first time out
They'll
yet.
start throwing the ball now because any incomplete pass is will stop the clock. And so let's see what they've got in store here. They're going to hand off again up the middle. And Ashton Haynes once again gets out this time to about the 13-yard line. So that's a 1st down.
That will stop the clock. And we'll take a timeout. So, Jeff, you called it. I'm going to start calling you OC, offensive coordinator. You're calling plays, Jeff, out past the 10-yard line. 1st down, Buckeyes, 44 seconds. Let's take a quick break and be right back.
Please join Jeff Rash and Alan Metzel each Monday morning for the Gilmer Buckeyes Coaches Show. Every week, Jeff and Alan discuss elements of the program, speak with special guests, give player updates, review key plays from the prior week, and give insights on the opponent for the current week. As a fan, this is your chance to go into the locker room and behind the scenes. To view the Coaches Show, go to GilmerBuckeyes.com and click on the Coaches Show button. Go Buckeyes!
All right, we're back here in Jeff Traylor Stadium. We're about to go to halftime, folks. It's 27-0 with 44 seconds in the first half. Gilmer with a commanding lead over the Paris Wildcats. We've seen 2 runs from the line of scrimmage, original line of scrimmage, which was on the 2. So let's see if the Buckeyes go to the air now after this first timeout they've called. They have 2 left. They're going to run it again. This time, Will Henderson around the other side, down the sideline.
Oh, my gosh.
And, man, that would have been fun to watch that sprint. We'd have seen an 80-yard dash by the
Tomahawk.
The Tomahawk, but that's a big 1st down. And he runs out of bounds, which stops the clock.
He is 1 step and a heartbeat away from taking that to the house, Jeff. That is scary. Seeing 22
no, that's
came around
fun.
the corner.
I can't wait to watch a few of those this year where he breaks something around the end. That's going to be fun. Going to the air, dumps it to number 7, who gets just hit immediately, dropped it basically the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
And I think that's also going to bring up 24 seconds.
Yeah, they're going to do a hurry-up offense here, I think. Are they going to call a timeout?
Allen's just going to let this clock run out. He's seen enough. He took his shot to Eric, really did not get into his lane up the field. And the Buckeyes will take a 27-0 lead in at halftime, and that'll be it.
Yeah, this is Alan Metzel being a gentleman is
very
what this
much
is.
so, very much.
Which he is, which just drives me insane. It's what I don't like about the guy at all. It's actually,
I know,
it's actually
it
what I
drives us
love
crazy.
about it.
Somebody laughing.
Yeah.
It just drives us crazy. We'll be right back with the Juicy's halftime show right after these messages.
Two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
And we're back with the Juicy's halftime show. We'll meet the Buckeyes, brought to you by Juicy's, right here on your video.
It's gonna be alright. How can you tell? I feel it in my heart. It's gonna be okay.
Juicy's Burgers, serving you for over 40 years.
To another day. It's gonna be alright.
Braden Rash, senior, number 26, running back, linebacker.
Mike Colbert, senior, number 6, outside linebacker, running back.
Connor Dunn, senior, number 40, D-line.
Ashton Haynes, senior, number 9, running back and outside linebacker.
Dylan Henson, senior, number 27, linebacker.
Braden Seymour, senior, number 77, center.
Chris Guillen, senior, number 19, QB. Sergio, senior, number 60, O-line, D-line.
Zach Easley, number 12, senior, DB.
Braylon Ward, senior, number 44, D-line, tight end.
Ron Llewellyn, senior, number 17, receiver and safety. Tyson Wilson, senior, number 1, strong safety.
Kendall Jackson, senior, number 2, linebacker.
Amaro Rona, senior, number 3, outside linebacker and fullback.
My name's Cade Bowman. I'm a senior, number 4, receiver and corner.
Seth Jordan, senior, number 5, D-line.
Kevion Brinkley, senior, 24, running back, outside linebacker.
Dustin Morrow, senior, number 32, D-line.
Tay Webb, senior, 33, D-line receiver.
Davey Branscombe, senior, 34, fullback and defensive lineman.
Landon Manning, senior, 72, offensive line.
Javarian Martin, senior, number 54, O-line, D-line.
Elizar Posada, senior, number 70, O-line, D-line.
Stone Bates, senior, 46, outside linebacker.
Jose Govea, senior, 84, kicker.
Aaron Bell, junior, number 0, middle linebacker and fullback.
Nathan Arias, junior, number 71, D-line.
Jaden Edmond, junior, number 18, quarterback.
Damarian Hackett, junior, number 21, inside receiver and corner.
Harrison Lofton, junior, number 16, quarterback, outside linebacker.
Cameron Brown, junior, number 50, D-line.
Cashin Mahoney, junior, number 68, O-line, D-line.
Terry Tate, junior, number 7, wide receiver and safety.
Jerem Pilcher, junior, number 78, center. Elias Castillo, junior, number 20, inside linebacker and fullback.
Connor Dodd, Jr., number 14, wide receiver and safety.
Jamar Bird, Jr., number 25, receiver and corner.
Dervay Smith, Jr., 43, running back and outside linebacker.
Justin Jones, Jr., number 47, outside receiver and outside linebacker.
Nick Zamaron, Jr., 31, fullback and linebacker.
Riley Barnes, Jr., number 64, O-line, D-line.
Leno Diaz, Jr., number 37, fullback, middle linebacker.
Alex Isaida, Jr., number 38, inside linebacker, fullback.
Kobe Webb, Jr., number 45, receiver and corner.
Luke Holyfield, Jr., 30, D-line, fullback.
Andrew Davis, Jr., number 83, wide receiver, D-line.
Sean Wallace, Jr., 55, offense line, defense line.
Bentley Schreiner, Jr., number 41, receiver and corner.
Jeremiah Noble, sophomore, number 13, wide receiver, outside linebacker.
Lucas Cano, sophomore, number 75, O-line, D-line. Brenner Webb, sophomore, 15, receiver, free safety.
Alex Sims, sophomore, number 29, outside linebacker, running back.
Caden Tennyson, sophomore, 11, quarterback.
Coach Kerry Lane, I coach quarterbacks. Coach Clay Causey, inside receivers, inside linebackers, Bruce Junior High.
Coach Brody Lipsy, offensive coordinator.
Coach Markeithel and Tate, running backs.
Coach Blevin Burns, coaching the junior high fullbacks and outside linebackers and running backs.
Max Lowe, coach offense, defensive line at the junior high.
Steve York, assistant athletic director. Coach Dylan Bowman, cornerbacks coach.
Coach Daniel Dodd, I do inside linebackers.
Coach Parker, coach the outside linebackers. Coach Rob Dewar, athletic trainer. Coach Daniel Grigsby, defensive line.
Coach Weston Griffiths, offensive line.
Coach Riley, secondary.
Coach Tommy Edwards, defensive coordinator.
Coach Schaefer, assistant O-line. Coach Alan Metzel, and I'm the head coach and athletic director.
Coach Randall Kennedy, I coach inside receivers. Coach Jaden Parrish, I coach fullbacks and tight ends.
Coach Olin Johnson, I coach outside receivers.
Brad Britton, safeties.
Coach Todd Fenton, junior high.
And we're back to the GC's halftime show. Homecoming 2022, where the North Gilmer Buckeyes lead the Paris Wildcats 27-0 at halftime. And we'll have some stats coming up in a second. But let's just review how the first half went. It's been all Buckeyes. Opening kickoff resulted in a 3-and-out. Buckeyes took the next drive and went 60 yards for a touchdown. Gilmer so far has 22 rushes for 144 yards, 10 passes, and Caden Tennyson is 10 out of 15 for 166 yards. He's got 2 touchdowns and an interception, and we've got 11 first downs. For the Paris Wildcats, they've got 19 rushes for only 13 yards, and for you guys doing the math out there, that's pretty good if you're a defense. They're 3 out of 5 passing for 20 yards, and they have all of 5 first downs, but 3 of those came on Buckeye penalties. 2 of those were just mass penalties that were the 15-yard variety that were just hustle fouls from the Buckeyes. So this really could have kind of been worse. This could be maybe 35-0, but these Buckeyes have dominated in the first half, as those stats are brought to you by our halftime sponsor, Juicy's, which is back to the Gilmer market with the Juicy's Hamburgers that is coming out of the ground now on South Highway 271, and a lot of excited Gilmer Buckeye fans about having a Juicy's Hamburgers right here in Gilmer. We'll be back at the Juicy's halftime show with the Gilmer Buckeye Stars and the Sweepstakes Award-winning Gilmer Buckeye Band right after these messages.
Two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzy and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
I like it. What else do you have?
Here's one. It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
Looks like the same car.
Exactly the same. But this one's $120 less per month.
What's the catch?
No catch if you use Credit Union of Texas. Let me show you.
With the Credit Union of Texas Flex Auto Loan, you get the car of your dreams. Lower payments, no hassle. Get started now at cutx.org.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
Gilmer National Bank is your hometown community bank, serving people in East Texas for over a century. We are your neighbors, friends, and partners in making this a great place to live. Our employees make us a special place to do business. We are there for you when you need us. Come by and see us and find out what makes people say, "That's my bank." Gilmer National Bank, an equal opportunity lender and member FDIC.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Godarzy & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Godarzy & Young.
Do you enjoy watching your favorite TV programs on your smartphone or tablet? Or maybe you'd rather watch them on your Roku or Amazon Fire TV. Tired of having to change your TV input from your old traditional cable to watch your favorite streaming apps? If so, we have great news for you. eTex is making the move to streaming and has launched a new app. eTex TV allows you to watch over 130 channels in full HD on your streaming or mobile devices. This means you can simply download the eTex TV app, subscribe, and start watching. With all your favorite functions like DVR and Pause Live TV, and new features like Restart TV. To learn more, visit www.etex.net or contact the customer service rep at 903-797-HELP. That's 903-797-4357.
Texas Heritage National Bank would like to invite the Buckeye Nation to visit our new full-service bank in Gilmer. We're conveniently located on Highway 271 and Rebud Street with a brand new facility ready to serve our friends and neighbors. We offer competitive rates on all of our deposit products, as well as some great options for business financing to help your business grow from 5 employees to 500 employees. Texas Heritage National Bank would also like to take this time to thank all the teachers, administrators, and school board for investing in the future of our kiddos. We'd also like to wish all the student athletes a wonderful and safe year. Come see us soon.
And we're back to the Juicy's halftime show where your Gilmer Buckeyes lead 27-0 over the Paris Wildcats for homecoming 2022. Now we're going to pitch it down to the field. The award-winning Gilmer Buckeye Stars ready to take the field. And, of course, they're accompanied by the Sweepstakes award-winning Gilmer Buckeye Band, who will follow up this homecoming halftime performance as they get into the swing of things and get ready for their upcoming contest. Jamboree right around the corner. It is on the doorstep of fall here in September as we pitch it down to the field and the award-winning Gilmer Buckeye Stars.
The star of the week is Miss Lindsay Sanchez. The stars perform a palm routine to Elton John's Crocodile Rock. a thank you to our community for supporting our calendar fundraiser and raffle ticket sales. Thank you for supporting the Stars.
Ladies and gentlemen, Gilmer School District is proud to present the most decorated military marching band in Texas. Top of the line in Upshur County, the UIL Sweepstakes Award winner, Gilmer Buckeye Band. And now we feature the GHS Majorettes as they perform a dazzling routine to September. The Buckeye Band marches in the traditional American military style. Under the field command of drum majors Esmeralda Rambo and Mia Stowe, the band steps off to Heroica Fanfare by Larry Ward and Chicago World's Fair March by Mater. Sarah Thompson, and Kaylee Cochran. The major sponsors, Michelle Faulkner. Thank you for your attention to all of tonight's halftime performances, and go Buckeyes!
And that's a wrap of the Juicy's halftime show here at Homecoming 2022. We'll be right back after these messages.
Juicy's Burgers, serving you for over 40 years.
And we're back
At First
to start
National
the second
Bank,
half. As your Gilmer Buckeyes lead in this homecoming contest, 27-0 at the half. Could have been a little bit worse, but Coach Metzel, being the good Christian man that he is, kind of called off the dogs there. But the Buckeyes will receive to start the second half as we pitch it back over to the voice of the Buckeyes, Mr. Jeff Reich, for the kick.
All right, Paris Wildcats set the kick off, and boy, the band sure looked good tonight. Yeah, if you saw that at home, boy, they look sharp. We got a great band, the pride of Upshur County, the sweepstakes award-winning Gilmer Buckeye Band. Stars look great, majorettes look great. Boy, they do a good job down there with those young people. So, very proud of their accomplishments. Here's the kickoff. This is the opening of the second half. It's going to be fielded on the 26-yard line. And got a gap. Up the sideline he goes. Webb scampers across midfield down to the 35-yard line of the Wildcats. Nice return there by Brendan Webb. And Buckeyes take over with great field position.
Fantastic return there by Webb. And I tell you what, Jeff, over the last couple of weeks, you've seen such tremendous special teams play by the Buckeyes as we get a sideline warning. That's also not a bad penalty to have, so to speak, as those kids get excited seeing Brendan return that kick all the way down to the Paris 35 as they set up the Buckeye offense 1st and 10. And another great special teams play, kickoff return by the Buckeyes.
Trip receivers wide right, one to the left, one back in the backfield. Fakes the handoff to Haynes, who picks up a good block. Picks up number 17, Rowan Fluellen, up the middle. And Rowan's inside the 5 to the 4. And, boy, they made that look easy.
They really did. Just a strike from number 11, who tell you what, every snap, he gets more and more confidence throwing the football. And it is just a great thing when you see your sophomore quarterback in only his 3rd start read the defense like that. And it's, of course, such a luxury to have number 17 to throw it to as well. 1st and goal, Buckeyes.
All right, here's the snap. Handoff to Haynes around the right side. He's going to go around the end and easily score.
Untouched.
So 2 plays and a touchdown.
After that big return by Webb all the way down to the 35-yard line, you get a strike inside the 5 from Caden Tennyson to number 17, Ro Fluellen, and number 9, Ashton Haynes just mops that up and takes this lead out to 33-0, extra point left to come. I don't even know if you call that a drive, Jeff. Everybody, that's just kind of getting loose, and next thing you know, it's the Buckeyes are in the end zone once again.
All right, lining up for the extra point attempt. Snap, everything's clean. Ball looks like it's up and good. So Buckeyes go up 34-0 with 11:20 left to play. A lot of game left to play. We'll be right back after these messages.
At First National Bank, together we're better. We're a regional bank, big enough for all of East Texas, that cares and is invested in the people and communities we serve, with the strength and services to meet the needs of every customer, big or small. From business financing for big companies and small mom and pops to our family of personal banking customers. First National Bank of East Texas. Together, we're better. And we think that's kind of a big deal.
All right, we're here back in Jeff Traylor Stadium. 34-0 with 11:20 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Gilmer with a commanding lead. I think we'll start seeing a lot of the first team come out about now.
Yeah, in case you're just getting back with your glass of tea, yes, the score just a few seconds ago was 27-0, and now it is 34-0 after 2 offensive plays. Saw Ashton Haynes get into the end zone once again. Touchdown Buckeyes.
Here's a high kick down the middle, fielded on the 28-yard line.
Oh my
and just got clobbered there. Number 19 on the hit for the Buckeyes. That was Chris Guillen, who makes a big hit on the return man.
Yeah, that's pretty depressing when you go around the corner and you see all that green grass in front of you, and you think for just a slight second that there is a glimmer of hope, and then something crosses your mind and he's wearing number 19 as Guillen makes another big tackle. Boy, the Buckeyes have been physical tonight as a team, and that was one of the key points for Coach Metzel, and that's good to see his team respond here at homecoming. But they got things well in hand, and to your point, Jeff, this is where the Buckeyes start really getting depth built up as these younger kids get a chance to play in a big game.
All right, here's the Wildcats. First possession of the second half. Completed pass. Good for a first down and about 13 yards. So Wildcats coming out aggressive, throwing the ball right off the bat.
You see who that was on the tackle. I think that might have been Tyson Wilson out there from the safety position. Yeah, that is what it is.
They've been limited in their offensive plays tonight on the Paris side of the ball. Not many passes, not many pass attempts. Mostly kept the ball on the ground. Quarterback's in the shotgun, hands off to the fullback, and he's going to be dropped for a loss of at least a yard. And there's just not a lot there. The Buckeye defense is pretty selfish up front.
Yeah, Coach Metzel sticking to the plan. Starters playing this first series for sure defensively. All the usual suspects out there for the Buckeyes, and there's a lot of talent on that defensive side of the ball for the Black Flag, and Coach Tommy Edwards, the defensive coordinator. And boy, they've done a great job through 3 weeks, the defensive staff here.
Quarterback goes under center, hand off to the fullback, and he is hit instantly. I believe first man there was number 40 for the Buckeyes, and that is Connor Dunn.
Yeah, that defensive line really coming into its own here tonight after 2 tough weeks. And when I say tough, it's not that the Buckeyes haven't played well, because they certainly did, but just in terms of the caliber of opponent. Both of the teams that they played will be playing in November, if not longer, and just some massive size and talent that the defensive line has faced. But with now a mere mortal group here in Paris, they think that it's like a field day for the Buckeye defensive line. They've had their way.
Here's the snap. They're going to throw it up, and that ball is going to fall incomplete. Going to bring up 4th and 12 for Paris. They'll have to punt once again. So the Buckeyes are going to have good field position no matter what happens here. As the punter is going to be standing on his own 35-yard line.
Tarek Tate back to receive, Jeff, and we know that he's probably learned by now that the punter is going to kick it a little bit short. So let's see if he cheats up a little bit here on this punt and tries to catch this one on the fly. If he does, look out, because he's got a lot of room over to his right-hand side to return this kick.
All right, good snap. Punter gets off a good punt downfield, and Tate picks it up coming down the left sideline, and he gets back to the 30-yard line on that return.
You got to compliment the Buckeyes on their special teams play really all year, Jeff. They've given up a touchdown last week to Kilgore. They just basically
highly unusual.
Yeah, got one block that got sprung late in the game, but otherwise the Buckeyes have scored 3 times now on special teams in this their 3rd game. Haven't done it tonight here, but they've sure picked up a lot of field position on special teams.
So here's the snap. They're going to hand off up the middle. Got a new back in the game now. I believe that's Brinkley. Nope, that was Will Henderson, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the Will still in the game. I think Kevion is hurt and not playing tonight. He's 24 right down here on the 45-yard line, Jeff, as I think he's tweaked a little knee, and plenty of time coming up to get well. Bring up 2nd down and 9 for the Buckeye offense.
Here's the snap, handoff up the middle, Will Henderson.
Pick up a nice 3-yard gain, bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Buckeyes. 8:47 left. Coach Metzel very content to leave this one on the ground, but Jeff, I wouldn't be surprised to see a screen pass here as that defensive front and linebackers are kind of blitzing on 3rd down and getting a little bit aggressive. And that's good for Caden to see those kind of coverages. Let's see what happens here.
Caden drops back, setting up a screen. And boy, they did a good job. You had one player down there on that blew that whole thing up. Did a great job. I thought he was going to draw a holding call on top of that, but boy, he blew that up. I think that was number 11 for the Wildcats, and he just got in there and read that and did a good job.
Defensive end, and the Buckeyes will punt for the first time tonight. 4th down and 5 from their own end. 8 minutes left to play. Coach Metzel, I think, probably has had his starters both ways to start this second half, offensive and defensive units. Most likely, they're probably done for the night. Here in this 3rd quarter, going to get some valuable playing time for the Buckeye backups. But this is really where you want to see the Buckeyes continue to keep their foot on the floor and execute.
All right, punt formation, number 3, and we got, looks like delay a game on the Buckeyes. And so it's going to back them up just a little bit as they had they had to punt tonight, so they had a little confusion. Who's supposed to be out here?
Yeah, got them on the field a little late and trying to get some backups in. They'll back up 5 in Amaro Arona on 4th down and 10 from the 30. He's standing about his own 16-yard line as he'll punt here.
All right, Amaro Arona almost blocked on that one, and he does that little rugby-style punt. And Paris Wildcats picked that punt up. Not going to go anywhere with it. Kind of dangerous. I'd have got away from that one, I believe.
Yeah, it kind of bounced up in his lap, and all of a sudden he was wearing 4 Buckeyes, so he didn't have a chance to get much of a return. Because once again, Jeff, that is the Buckeye starters that are out there with Seth Joyner and big sexy number 0, Webb. Number 44, of course, holding it down in the middle, Braylon Ward, as the first-team Buckeye Black Flag defense still in the game. Paris starting off 1st and 10 from their own 36. Let's make that the 37-yard line.
All right, quarterback goes under center. Here's the snap.
Fumble, Buckeyes
fumble,
ball.
And Buckeyes have the fumble recovery.
That's
so
Braylon Ward.
That was just like a good punt. Number 5, Seth Jordan comes out of there. He's excited. He's having fun tonight.
Yeah, he and Braylon Ward are having their own private party. They've got a VIP room set up between tackle to the left and tackle to the right.
Yeah, he's got the turnover belt down there. He gets to carry the big turnover belt until somebody else gets one.
Thank your buddy Braylon for causing that one. He was on the quarterback before he literally could take the snap and turn around. 1st and 10 Buckeyes at the same spot.
All right, they're going to pass downfield. Nope, he's going to tuck it. And he's going to pick up about 5 yards.
Good learning opportunity there for Caden Tennyson, who just sees the safety cheat up, and that would have been an interception had he let that ball go. He made a good decision and put his head down and took a 1st and 10 and turned it into a 2nd and 5, and that's exactly what you want to do as a quarterback. Make a quick decision and then react to that decision and keep it as a positive play. That's a great job by Caden Tennyson, reading the defense and taking what it gave him.
Here's a snap, handoff, number 6, Colbert, up the middle. Colbert does a good job diving forward. 6-yard gain and a 1st down.
And we got a flag down. That may be a little bit of just frustration on the Paris side, as I think that one's going to finally go the opposite direction and give the Buckeyes a break here on the penalty.
No, they're going to call that unsportsmanlike on number 70 for the offense. So Posada got the call on that one. They're going to back that one up. And that'll be 15 yards marked off against the Buckeyes, so that's going to back them up to the Wildcat 38-yard line. Not sure what happened down there, but refs are close to it. We're not.
The line to game had been obtained. Results in a first down.
Yeah, so it's a first down, but the 15-yard penalty is assessed.
Yeah, so 1st and 10 is Michael Colbert had picked up a first down, and then the play was dead ball. So it's 1st and 10 Buckeyes back out to the 37.
Quarterback keeper, Caden Tennyson, and he is going to get dropped, maybe a yard gain. And you got a little extracurricular going on down there. The crowd's really getting into it. But they drove him back, drove him in the ground. I'm not sure what happened after that. I guess I wasn't paying attention, but our Buckeye crowd's not happy about it.
Neither is Coach Metzel. As you got a guy that is very clearly kind of trying to stomp on Caden Tennyson when he's down and right in front of the referee, no flag. Yeah, oh, it was obvious. And he's getting an earful. When you upset Alan Metzel, you've crossed the line.
You've done something.
You got to try hard to do that.
You've really accomplished something if you do that. Two receivers left, one to the right for the Buckeyes, one back in the backfield. It's number 6, Colbert. Pass complete on the left side to Webb. He's shoved out of bounds around the 19-yard line. And nice little catch and run there by Webb.
Yeah, Coach Metzel is still upset about what happened, and I'm not sure that down 34-0 that you really want to tick off anybody wearing orange and black right now. But
no, because they're being gentlemen, and you want to keep it that way. You want to keep things cordial.
Well, it's an empty backfield. What's that tell you?
Yeah, everybody's going out. Colbert comes in motion. And they're going for the end zone. And they got, he dropped it. Amaro Arona, the intended receiver there, just had it in his hands, dropped the ball. That would have been 6.
Yeah, and Caden coming so far, Jeff. That's reading the safety and picking that apart back there. He hit Cade Bowman for a touchdown earlier on that exact same route. And if he lets that one go just one heartbeat earlier, that's a touchdown to Mara Arona. But Caden's getting there. He's getting there, getting up to varsity speed.
Here's the snap, handoff to Colbert. Up the middle, got room to run. Colbert being patient, looking to get behind his blocks, and he just kind of weaves his way through there for a big gain there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 1. Well, they're spotting it, it's 3rd and 3.
I'm not sure how that spot
I'm not
is there.
either. Hand off again to Colbert, and he gets tripped up for no gain. So they'll probably go for it here on 4th down.
Yeah, it'll be interesting here. Coach Metzel thinking about it, about kicking the field goal here. And no hesitation. They're right back to the line of scrimmage. We're going to go for it here. Michael Colbert. Haven't seen him in the backfield yet, but Jeff, he did such a great job last year in those fresh legs, third quarter situations. He is a talented running back, all on his own, and he just happens to be backing up 2 guys that are all-state caliber.
All right, here comes the snap. Webb's in motion. Handoff to Colbert up the middle, and he gets out to the 10. I think he's going to be just shy of the 1st down.
Yeah, they're not going to give it to him.
That may be turnover on downs there. So here comes the defense.
Wildcats take over.
And here comes Seth and Braylon, the Bruce brothers on the inside down there. And I'll tell you, the Buckeyes, 3:37 left in this 3rd quarter, have really dominated this game. Kind of hard for Coach Metzel to stay gentlemanly on this side, but he's managed to do it so far.
He will.
That was just inches shy of a 1st down for Colbert. And Paris will take over 1st and 10 from their own 11.
Here's the snap. They're going to throw a long fly route down the sideline. Well thrown ball and well defended. I believe that's number 21 on the defense out there, Hackett. Does a good job, stride for stride with the man on the fly route. It's actually a really well thrown ball, though.
Very well thrown ball. And Jeff, that's just flat man-to-man coverage, and let's see if your guy can beat my guy. And Hackett just makes a good play there right at the very end. Bring up 2nd and 10, stops the clock at 3:31. I'm not sure if that's what Paris wants to do deep in their own territory. They'll go back to the run here. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they're gonna hand off, and that's gonna be a no gain. And bring up 3rd and 10 once again as the Buckeyes again stopping pretty much anything up there on the line of scrimmage.
Well, the black flag, one of the things they really wanted to do here tonight, Jeff, and talking to the kids is before the game, is that they wanted to have a shutout. They wanted to pitch a shutout. And I think you saw that effort late in the first half with that goal line stand that they put up down here on this end, as this black flag is really playing well. And just the amount of guys that got playing time, building depth over these first 2 games for the Buckeyes, really impressive when you play 20-plus guys on defense and you're still playing this well.
Quarterback has, I think that was kind of a blown play. I don't know if that was intended to be a keeper. He looked kind of lost. Again, this is a freshman quarterback for the Paris Wildcats, and they're going to have to punt, 4th and 12.
I think he went the wrong way, Jeff, just looking for a place to fall, where I think he was going to hand off, but the only guys that were close to him were wearing black jerseys, so he decided to just fall down right where he was for a 2-yard loss. Brings up 4th down and 12 from the 9-yard line now as Paris went backwards 2 yards. Once again, the dangerous Tarek Tate stands at the Paris 40-yard line. They're going to have good field position here no matter what.
All right, so the punter standing inside his end zone. High punt goes out of the back of the end zone, and that's going to be a safety. So that'll add 2 points. And a flag on the play after the fact. I'm not sure if that's going to be Buckeyes or Wildcats.
I don't know what happened there.
Well,
somebody
just
said
had
something.
Somebody's down there mouthing. They didn't make contact, but they were just. Referee didn't like something that was said down there. And so I don't know. That'll be. We'll find out here. So that was called on number 32.
Yeah, for the Buckeyes. He pointed the wrong way, but he called it against the Buckeyes.
He called it against the defense, he said.
That was us.
Right.
But he pointed the wrong way. He pointed towards the offense, but said it was against the defense.
So they're going to assess that on the kickoff. They'd normally be kicking off with on the 20.
So they'll kick off from the 35, which is 5 yards backwards from where you would normally kick off. And I tell you what, the Buckeyes have dominated on the scoreboard, but we hadn't gotten a call yet.
Yeah, they. I'm not sure what they're doing here. They've got them lined up as on the 30.
Yeah, that's got to be either kicking off from the 10-yard line or from the 35. There's no 30-yard line because it's a 15-yard penalty. So normally you would kick from. Yeah, they are kicking from the 35. So that is correct.
Yeah, we got guys in the audience over here on the Buckeye side yelling.
Yeah, they still
think the penalty was against them. Yeah, because they pointed the wrong direction.
They figured it out.
Yeah.
We have such an astute army of Buckeyes.
We do, man. We do. I'm glad. It makes Friday nights a lot of fun. So here's the kickoff by the Wildcats, and they are going to kick a high pooch kick right side. Fielded on the 32-yard line. Nice return up the right side, and that was number 15, Webb, on the return.
Yeah, they've given Webb a workout here. The young sophomore got the wind knocked out of him on the tackle. But, Jeff, the first-team offense does come back on the field. So
yeah, I'm not
Coach
sure. Yeah, I don't understand that. You've got plenty of depth. Why would you bring Ashton Haynes back in the game?
Well, unless there's some things that you want to work on, including the scoreboard. Because Ashton, every time he touches it, is one play away, and so is this guy, number 22.
Yeah, 22, Will Henderson,
Tomahawk Henderson.
around the left side, and he's forced out of bounds. Like I said, I sure look forward to the open field when he breaks one this year and trying to watch people catch him on an angle. it's going to be entertaining.
Well, I tell you also what's entertaining is coming and watching that young man and these speedsters, because we may win a state championship in track with that guy anchoring every relay that we've got. Just get the track around to the tomahawk and get out of the way, because that man can eat up some ground. 1st and 10 Buckeyes from the 39 of Paris.
All right, Caden tucks it, sees a little bit of green grass, heads for the sideline, and forced out of bounds around the 36-yard line. Gain of about 3 yards. And did he fall down on the track, or who is that out here? So Chris Guillen's going to probably go in and for quarterbacking duties here. Yeah, they drove him, I think, all the way out on the track, and he's laying up against the wall down here on the other side. I'm not sure what happened there. Here's the snap. Handoff to Will Henderson up the middle.
He's now
Webb is the quarterback. Down. He's the substitute quarterback right now.
I think that's 18.
Oh, excuse me.
Jeff.
That wasn't Webb. That's number 18, Edmond. Jaden Edmond.
He's a junior, and one thing that we got a timeout now to check on a few things.
Yeah, they're going to take a timeout, so we'll do the same. We'll be right back. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, Todd. I don't know if you saw.
He just tripped over something and crashed on the sideline.
All right, we'll be right back, folks.
Texas Heritage National Bank would like to invite the Buckeye Nation to visit our new full-service bank in Gilmer. We're conveniently located on Highway 271 and Rebud Street with a brand new facility ready to serve our friends and neighbors. We offer competitive rates on all of our deposit products, as well as some great options for business financing to help your business grow from 5 employees to 500 employees. Texas Heritage National Bank would also like to take this time to thank all the teachers, administrators, and school board for investing in the future of our kiddos. We'd also like to wish all the student athletes a wonderful and safe year. Come see us soon.
All right, we're back here. Buckeyes have the ball 3rd and 1. Here's the handoff, left side. Henderson picks up the first down, forced out of bounds around the 19.
Jeez, he's fast. I mean, that's just not fair.
I know everybody at home gets tired of us saying that, but he really is. He is, and I know we sound like a broken record. I'm going to stop saying it. Probably not, but
he just makes everybody else look like they're in slow motion. That's just the only way to say it.
Yeah, he's electric. He's a lot of fun to watch. A lot of these kids are a lot of fun to watch. It's just amazing the depth that we have down here. There's the snap, fakes the handoff, dumps a pass out to number 10 on the left side. He's got a gap, and he will score.
That's Hamilton, number 10.
Hamilton, number 10.
And we got a flag down, of course.
That's probably going to bring that back.
Yeah, that's going to be holding. And I still don't see Caden anywhere. We've got 2 flags down, actually.
Fouls by both teams.
Fouls by both teams.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness on the defense.
Unnecessary roughness on the defense. Holding on the offense. So they're going to replay the down. The penalty's offset, and they're going to replay the down.
Well, the good news is that Caden is up and kind of limping a little bit. But he looks like he's kind of shaking it off, putting his helmet back on. But the Buckeyes much content with our junior quarterback, Jaden Edmond. And I tell you what, Jeff, Stump Godfrey raves about Jaden and how smart he is. And for a football player like Stump Godfrey to be bragging on you, you're doing something right.
22, Will Henderson easily around the right side for the touchdown. And so the Buckeyes put it in the end zone for another 6.
That is just not fair. There's just too much football field, and you are nowhere near fast enough to cover it. when that young man takes the handoff and hits third gear, it is over with a capital O.
So Buckeyes here for the extra point attempt.
And nobody touched him, Jeff. It is just, I am faster than you can think about touching me. And the Tomahawk puts it in the end zone with 45 seconds left here in this third quarter. Extra point left to come.
There's the snap, and it is good. So 43-0 with 45 seconds left in the third. Gilmer leads here at homecoming in Jeff Traylor Stadium. We'll be right back.
It's gonna be alright. How can you tell? I feel it in my heart. It's gonna be okay.
Juicy's Burgers, serving you for over 40 years.
Back to our action here. 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Buckeyes score again to bring the score to 43-0. We've got some scores for around East Texas. 56-0. Longview leads Tyler Legacy. Mesquite Horn leads Tyler High 30-6. Lufkin leads A&M Consolidated 24-14. White House leads Corsicana 35-10. Lumberton over Nacogdoches 35-6. Liberty Isle over Mount Pleasant 14-6 at halftime. Marshall over Henderson 30-0. And Hallsville over Sulphur Springs 24-7. We'll get into some 4A scores after the kick.
High pooch kick down the right side, fielded on the 30-yard line, picked up and dropped.
Oh my goodness. He was lucky, Ted. He hung onto that football, Jeff. Scores from 4A: Wills Point trailing Blue Ridge 47-12. Center trailing North DeSoto 43-21. Carthage over San Antonio Cornerstone 27-0, private school. Caddo Mills leads Canton 24-7. Gladewater leads Spring Hill 34-0. Chapel Hill leads Greenville 42-6. Palestine over Livingston 21-6. Brownsboro over Maybank 21-12. We'll cover more scores right after this.
All right, here's the snap. Handoff up the middle. And he breaks one. Longest run of the night here down the left side.
All the way down inside the 40-yard line, as that was a busted coverage there by the Buckeye linebacker. Lindale leads Van. We'll see them next week, Jeff, 27-7 in Lindale. They'll get ready for the Buckeyes. Crandall over Jacksonville, 28-14. Athens over Rusk, 28-14. Kilgore over Pine Tree, 14-0.
All right, here's the snap. They run it up the gut. Buckeyes are going to shut that down.
Quinlan Ford over Bullard 22-7. White Oak over Harleton in 3A 12-2. Elysian Fields over Shelbyville in the third quarter 21-20 in a close one. Hardin over Trinity 21-10. Hemphill over West Sabine 64-16. And Dangerfield trailing Timpson 40-22 as we'll have a timeout. End of the third quarter. And we'll come back with the rest of the scores in the fourth quarter after this.
At First National Bank, together we're better. We're a regional bank, big enough for all of East Texas, that cares and is invested in the people and communities we serve, with the strength and services to meet the needs of every customer, big or small. From business financing for big companies and small mom and pops to our family of personal banking customers. First National Bank of East Texas. Together, we're better. And we think that's kind of a big deal.
Please join Jeff.
Back to the action here as we enter the fourth quarter. The Buckeyes with a comfortable lead in homecoming 43-0. We'll finish up scores from 3A. Jefferson 17 over DeKalb 7. Beckville over Harmony 38-8. New Diana and Ore City tied at 7. Hearn over Elkhart 28-12. Warren over Garrison 12-7. Quitman over Kemp 20-17 as we pick up this fourth quarter action.
Quarterback rolling to his left side, pass complete. Outside, going to be good for about a couple of yards.
Jeff Winsboro over Hooks 21-20. Mount Vernon continuing their winning ways 35-16 over Paul Pewitt. And West Russ 25-6 over Mineola. Pittsburgh 28-35 trails Tatum in the third quarter. And another East Texas score, Union Grove 7-7 tied with Cushing. And here we go. Third down and 3. Quarterback in the shotgun. He snaps it, hands off to the inside man, and he's going to be stood up right at the line of scrimmage. Buckeye black flag standing up and creating a 4th down and 3 with 11 minutes left to play in this football game. The black flag once again trying to keep that goose egg intact for Coach Tommy Edwards and his defensive staff that really wanted to shut out here tonight. They've got an opportunity to turn the ball over here. 4th down and 4 for Paris. They got the ball at the 31, and they need to get down to the 28. So 4th and 3. Big down here for the black flag defense. 10:45 left in this game. 43-0 lead. It's all about pride now and keeping the goose egg intact. Lots of confusion in the Paris backfield, and they call timeout on 4th down, and we will take a timeout as well. We'll be right back after these messages.
Jeff Rash and Alan Metzel each Monday morning for the Gilmer Buckeyes Coaches Show. Every week, Jeff and Alan discuss elements of the program, speak with special guests, give player updates, review key plays from the prior week, and give insights on the opponent for the current week. As a fan, this is your chance to go into the locker room and behind the scenes. To view the Coaches Show, go to GilmerBuckeyes.com and click on the Coaches Show button. Go Buckeyes!
Two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzy and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
Back to the action here. A big 4th down and 3 for the Paris Wildcats from the Buckeye 31-yard line. Black flag defense in, trying to turn them over on downs. Quarterback's in the shotgun, trips out to the left-hand side, ball spot on the right hash. It's going to be a quick screen out to number 13. He catches it, makes a move, and picks up a 1st down across the 25-yard line down to the 22. Well-executed little pitch to the field side of the formation, away from the hash and the boundary, so to the wide side of the field. Picks up a 1st down. And we've got Tyson Wilson down with a cramp, and he will receive some attention. Injury timeout. We'll take a quick timeout as well and be right back after these messages.
It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
I like it. What else do you have?
Here's one. It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
Looks like the same car.
Exactly the same. But this one's $120 less per month.
What's the catch?
No catch if you use Credit Union of Texas. Let me show you.
With the Credit Union of Texas Flex Auto Loan, you get the car of your dreams. Lower payments, no hassle. Get started now at cutx.org.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family.
All right, here we are back to action. They're going for the end zone. Ball's up in the air. Great catch, but outside. One-handed snag there by the wide receiver for the Wildcats.
Very well defended by the corner, Hamilton, on this side, Jeff, as he just basically allows that route to carry number 5, who, to your point, made a tremendous circus catch, but he was out of bounds when he did. That's perfect technique by Hamilton on that corner position. Brings up 2nd and 10, stops the clock with 10:08 remaining. And Paris knocking on the door of the red zone. Obviously doing everything they can to score, putting it in the air there and shooting for the end zone. And the quarterback, Jeff, has had an ability to throw the football tonight. He's had some pretty passes, but just hasn't been too terribly effective for Paris. Back in the shotgun again.
All right, from the shotgun, rolling to the right side. And they're going to blow that dead. That
They
ball
were
falls
not set
incomplete.
out there on the right-hand side, Jeff.
Number 13 offense, if you never got picked, 5-yard penalty. Good play. Second out.
That's going to back them up 5. It's good for the Buckeyes, 2nd and long, but it looks like Jeff Paris has gone exclusively to the passing game here with 10 minutes left. I don't know if they're trying to work on something or just trying to get some confidence for this young quarterback, freshman quarterback, who obviously has got a lot of promise and a lot of talent. This is just not one of those years for Paris where they're going to take their lumps getting these young kids.
Yeah, this is going to be a long season for these guys. I mean, keep in mind they're a 5A school. They're going to have a rough season. It's going to be a long one. Here's the snap. Quarterback rolls to his right side and passes downfield, broken up there by number 15 Webb, who just nearly picked it off.
Yeah, he did a good job reading the quarterback's eyes. There's 2 receivers out there, and 14, the young quarterback, just throws it to a spot. And Brandon Webb is from his safety position, just reading the eyes of the quarterback, almost makes a tremendous leaping catch on the far side of the field about the 12-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd and 15. Paris goes backwards on that last penalty, illegal procedure. Now you almost have to go to the air, Jeff, with 9:40 left. Clock is running, although it's an incomplete pass. So that ought to tell you a little bit, too, about where we stand in this game.
All right, quarterback's in the shotgun. Snap, handoff to number 28 up the middle. And Elias, number 20, the first guy there from his linebacker position. And drops him for a loss. Now it's going to be 4th and about 16.
He's had a good game tonight, Jeff. Really good game from his linebacker position. 4th and 15. Paris in no man's land. Going to probably go for it here. Running clock now with 9 minutes left to play. Buckeyes well in hand, 43-0 your score here in homecoming. Paris is going to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, nothing to lose this late in the 4th quarter. So they're going to try to get this ball in the air. Quarterback drops back and just throws it down. And that is going to be turnover on downs, as he dropped back and had heavy pressure and said, nope, not worth it.
Now we got a flag down.
It'll be grounding.
Yeah. Intentional grounding is the call. So here come the Buckeyes. Caden Tennyson's night is done, but the young Buckeyes have an opportunity here with number 6 Colbert coming back in the game. And I'll tell you what, Jeff, Michael Colbert's nobody's backup. He is a senior, and he is a talented rusher. And he's going to get an opportunity to get some good playing time here in the 4th quarter. But he is no backup.
All right, handoff right side. Number 15, Webb, finds a hole. Gets about a 10-yard gain. It's going to be close to the 1st down marker. They're going to move the chains for the Buckeyes. 8:23 left to play in the game.
Young Brendan Webb, the sophomore, has also had a really good game tonight. It's good to see number 17, Rove Fluellen, the veteran, congratulating him as he comes off the field as the vet guys leading the young guys is what you like to see.
Handoff up the middle. Colbert found a nice hole, picks up about 12 yards on that carry.
Like I say, Jeff, nobody's backup. Michael Colbert, a talented senior, as he has had lots of impactful plays over the last 3 years for these Buckeyes.
Michael's coming out now, and they're putting in number 26, Braden Rash.
So Braden in at the running back position.
Again, Jaden Edmond, the quarterback. Here's the snap. Handoff to Rash up the middle. Lowers his head, fighting, breaking tackles, gets down to the 35-yard line.
It's a good 9-yard gain, especially with the run after contact. As Braden takes that down, he's so strong, Jeff. You weren't that thick when you were that age.
Not even close.
I think he may be just as fast, but he's bordering on 200 pounds.
He's
put together.
185.
He's put together.
Yeah, he's about 45 pounds heavier than I was when I played.
2nd and 1, he stays in the game. From the 35-yard line of Paris, 6:55 left, but the Buckeyes driving.
Here's the snap.
And we got a
blow
false
it
start.
dead. False start. They're going to blow that dead.
False start. Number 70 out here. 5-yard penalty. Replay. Second out.
He keeps looking at his wrist to say what the daddy is.
Second and 8 or 7 now. 40-yard line is where the ball is spotted for the Buckeyes. Once again, Rash in the backfield to Eric Tate out to the left. Twin receivers to the right. Ball spotted right in the middle of the field. 10 seconds left on the play clock. They're going to have to hustle to get this one off. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and Coach Metzel recognizes it. Calls timeout with 6:21 left. We'll take a quick timeout as well and be right back after these messages.
As our own.
Gilmer National Bank is your hometown community bank, serving people in East Texas for over a century. We are your neighbors, friends, and partners in making this a great place to live. Our employees make us a special place to do business. We are there for you when you need us. Come by and see us and find out what makes people say, "That's my bank." Gilmer National Bank, an equal opportunity lender and member FDIC.
Back to the action here with 6:21 left to play in the ball game. Buckeyes have it well in hand, 43-0 your score. And this young Buckeye offense behind Jaden, our new backup quarterback. I think Caden is okay on the sideline. The starter, he's got his helmet off. He's done for the night. 2nd and 7 from the 40. The Buckeyes need the 34-yard line for a first down.
All right, here's the snap. Handoff up the middle to Rash. And they're on him before he can get to the line of scrimmage. Probably going to lose. Maybe he got back to the line of scrimmage, lost a yard maybe. 3rd and 8.
Watch for a screen pass here because Coach Metzel definitively in 4-down territory now. The ball just shy of the Paris 40-yard line. Going to use all the play clock to even signal it in here. That is very uncharacteristic. The Buckeyes trying to play slow, which doesn't happen very often. 3rd down and 8 in 4-down territory. Colbert back in at the running back position.
Pass complete to number 13, Noble. Noble fighting his way downfield to the 30-yard line. That's going to move the chains.
Well executed screen by Jeremiah Noble. And he's been in the weight room too, Jeff. He starts to remind me of Christian Kirk. I mean, just the way that he moves and how really strong and stocky he has gotten to be. He's grown up so much in a short year, between 15 and 16 years old. Another young sophomore that played on the varsity last year, the state championship experience. And it's good that we've got another 3 years on his contract as well. 1st and 10 Buckeyes.
All right, here's the snap. Handoff up the middle. Colbert finds a little running room, gets upfield around 10 yards. Going to move the chains once again.
Clock continues to run under 4:30 left to play in this game. Buckeyes driving in the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the Paris 17. Coaching staff using all of the play clock here. Taking their time, but chewing up yardage, 10 yards a pop the last 4 plays.
Here's the snap. Handoff to Colbert around the left side. Colbert gets down to about the 6-yard line before brought down.
1st down again, 3 straight plays, 3 straight first downs for the Buckeyes. 1st and goal as the Buckeyes are running out of field as Colbert, I think, is down. And we are going to stop play. And we'll take a quick timeout here with 4 minutes left to play and be back right after these messages.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Godarzi & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Godarzi & Young.
All right, we are back to Jeff Traylor Stadium with 3 minutes and 56 seconds left to play. Gilmer still leads 43-0 over the Wildcats, and they are down around the 5-yard line as Michael Colbert shaking up on that play, coming off the field on his own 2 feet, so we're glad to see that as he got stung over there. So Buckeyes looking at 1st and goal, ball spotted on about the 5.
Braden back in it, tailback. See if we don't get a rash touchdown here for homecoming. 3:45 left and counting. The Buckeyes will be content, I think, to just run this ball up the middle.
Yeah, they want to keep the clock rolling, 3:38, 3:37. They want to try to put one more on the board. Rash up the middle, down to the 2-yard line, maybe the 1.
He cannot. That's the 3rd time. That's the coach's son that keeps losing his shoe. I think that's the 5th time that it's happened tonight. Power formation for the Buckeyes at the 1-yard line. 3 minutes left to play in this game now, and still the play clock hasn't even really started yet. Offset rash to the right-hand side.
There's the snap, handoff to Rash up the middle, and they are smelling that one immediately, coming around the backside. It's going to bring out 3rd down. Ball's going to be on around the 3-yard line.
This play clock will go down to close to 2 minutes with 3rd and goal for the Buckeyes from the 2. And the Buckeye offense will take their sweet time. Let's stick it in the end zone right here, boys. 3rd and goal for the Buckeyes.
Here's the snap. Rash around the right side. Touchdown, Braden Rash.
My goodness, he ran over a linebacker. Touchdown, Braden. As he puts one on the board. And the Buckeyes take this out to a 49-0 lead with the extra point left to come. We'll make it an even 50 as Braden Rash, the senior, bowls over a linebacker and scores his 1st touchdown of the season. Buckeyes in extra point formation. They shift and swing the gate. Jaden in for the hold. Here's the snap, and the kick is up, and it is good, and we go to 50-0 with 2:09 left to play. Buckeyes going to make this one a well in hand homecoming victory here. 20 plus years that Paris has been playing the Buckeyes, and those years the Buckeyes went 2-2. So we beat them twice, they beat us twice. Before that, the Paris Wildcats and the Buckeyes squared off 6 times, and Paris won 6 times in a row. The Buckeyes are going to take this now to 3-8 versus Paris with a well-earned homecoming victory tonight, punching above their weight class. They'll go to 3-0, ranked number 2 in the state behind the Carthage Bulldogs, which loom in the playoffs. We'll talk plenty about them as the season continues, but for right now, let's knock on wood and hope everybody's healthy. But this has been a great showing on homecoming and a fantastic victory for the now 3-0 Gilmer Buckeyes, who will go next week to Lindale, and a very, very tough Lindale team who is taking care of business tonight at home. And they'll welcome in the Buckeyes, and they will give the Gilmer their best shot, as the Buckeyes have gotten the best of the Eagles the last couple of years. Here's the kick.
High pooch kick down the right side, fielded on about the 23-yard line. Uh-oh, got a gap down the right side, blown coverage. And he is still on his feet. And he is going to run that all the way back for a score. He came right down the gap. And Paris gets on the scoreboard here at the end of the game. With a minute 55 left on the clock.
Yeah, that is the defensive staff down there in the coach's booth that are not happy about that one.
Yeah, we had him. I thought he busted the gap, and then we had a couple of shots at him and just missed him. So Paris lining up for the extra point attempt as they get on the board here late in the game.
Yeah, we literally have a ball boy on the field. Hard to play with no football. 50-0 turns into 50-6 in one play with a return to the kickoff. 2 weeks in a row, the Buckeyes have allowed a kickoff return for a touchdown. Extra point left to come. Buckeyes almost block it, but they don't. 50-7. And Jeff, that gives you something to talk to Coach Metzel about on Sunday during the coaches show. 1:55 left as the Buckeyes have this well in hand. We'll be right back for the wrap-up of the homecoming game right after these messages.
Do you enjoy watching your favorite TV programs on your smartphone or tablet? Or maybe you'd rather watch them on your Roku or Amazon Fire TV. Tired of having to change your TV input from your old traditional cable to watch your favorite streaming apps? If so, we have great news for you. eTex is making the move to streaming and has launched a new app. eTex TV allows you to watch over 130 channels in Full HD on your streaming or mobile devices. This means you can simply download the eTex TV app, subscribe, and start watching. With all your favorite functions like DVR and Pause Live TV, and new features like Restart TV. To learn more, visit www.etex.net or contact a customer service rep at 903-797-HELP.
Well, if he does, Alan.
All right, we are back at Jeff Traylor Stadium.
Kickoff return for a touchdown. Spoils the homecoming shutout and T-shirts for the Buckeyes. As this will
if you're wondering why they're so mad, they get a T-shirt, I think, if they, or at least it was like that last year. If they got a shutout, they get a T-shirt. And so they're sore about it.
Yeah, boy.
If they're doing that again this year, and I think they probably are. They're going to kick a high pooch kick. It's going to bounce out of bounds around the 30-yard line.
That'll be a flag, and the Buckeyes will take over, I think, at the 35-yard line. And the Buckeyes will take over 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line with a minute 55 left. And put in the beef package. If I'm Braden, Jeff, right here at the running back position, I am finding number 44, and I'm following him as the Buckeyes are going to just go to victory formation here and run this clock out with 1:55.
Yeah, they'll just snap this, and they'll have to do it a couple of times, and then that'll be the game. So that was a great homecoming tonight. The final score is going to end up being 50-7. Gilmer Buckeyes victory over the Paris Wildcats. We wish Paris all the luck in the coming year.
Jeff, it gets tough next week as the Buckeyes go into the last stage of this pre-district season. 3-0, which you just couldn't hope for better when the Buckeyes are punching above their weight class, playing Division I 4A schools and Division 5A schools. The state ranked in the top 20 Lindale Eagles loom, and they will be gunning for the Buckeyes next week in Lindale, and it will be a good game, folks. We need the Army of Buckeyes to travel very well next week.
Yeah, what is Lindale ranked again?
Number 17, I believe.
17, and I'm not sure why, because
yeah, they're in the District of Doom.
They are a good football team. I'm going to tell you, if you like football next week, you're going to have it won't be like this one.
Yeah, the Buckeyes will have a test next week on the road. They'll take on the Lindale Eagles and try to complete a pre-district gauntlet of a schedule with Chapel Hill, Kilgore, Paris, and now Lindale and try to take that to 4-0 before they have 2 off weeks before starting district play against Pleasant Grove. And Jaden takes a knee, and that will end the ball game, folks, as the Buckeyes have a homecoming victory, 50-7. Once again, for the voice of the Buckeyes, Jeff Rash, I'm Todd Robinson. Buckeyes win, homecoming 2022. Congratulations to all those Buckeye alumni that are in, and enjoy your weekend. We will see you next week from Lindale as the Buckeyes take on the Eagles in what will be a hard-fought battle. We hope you join us in person. If you can't, catch us at GilmerBuckeyes.com and on eText. And we will see you next week, folks. Buckeyes win.